are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome back to Talk Talk Live, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed, we are live here. Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Talk Live. It is. Yes, it was a very good weekend for me. To be fair, as you can see, I'm a bit more summer ready here. I have my, yeah, my Hawaiian shirt on here and doing my thing here. And we're just at the Revelers mass camp today, which actually sold out. To be fair, to Toronto, for mass camp in Toronto to be selling out so early. It is, listen, it only means one thing, and that is, it, that they have some good costumes going forward, and Lord knows they do. And it is the People's Van, and I've always been with the People's Van for the last 12, 13 years, outside of the pandemic. So let's call it 12. Let's call it 11. So again, at least a decade in it, and yeah, it was a great time there. Kitty's Carnival was launched, and yeah, it was really really cool time, cool day. Shout out to the Toronto Revelers, my band going forward here in the six. Yes. So other than that, at the gym, chilling out. Just but I did. The one thing that I did so much chill out that the shows were neglecting me. However, I am back here. I am back here on the wavelengths and on the airwaves, anyways. And shout out to my Instagram gang. Shout out to my YouTube gang here. Thank you very much for joining me here in Talk Talk Live. Now let's get to it. Hope you are having a great long weekend here in Canada. It's a long weekend in the States. I don't know what it is. I think it's next week is the long weekend, but we will see. But yes, but thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Talk Live, ladies and gentlemen, live on IG, YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Oh, anyways, we finally got that out. So we are back here, and we are focusing on one man and one man only. Is Mr. Accountability himself, uh, a man with a huge YouTube following, a comedian, and now well, again, the things that he has held people accountable for, let's say that now they're holding him accountable for, ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. ABBA, from ABBA and Priest, ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest YouTube reaction channels in the world, quite simply, and Canadian, ladies and gentlemen. They are out of Montreal, so shout out to ABBA and Preach. But again, if you live in a gas house, don't throw stones, especially when other people's mishaps are reported on at length on your channel, because once it's your turn, they're not going to be so forgiving. And so it is here in this instance with regards to ABBA and Priest, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me a shout out to see if my chat is still operating on YouTube. To my people out there, do let me know. But yes, yeah, ABBA has been caught in a few scandals here, and they are of the female variety, and they are of the pregnancy variety, ladies and gentlemen. As we have not one, not two, but three alleged pregnancies against the one named ABBA. And again, the situation's getting real ugly in here, and the one who is well, again, who is the paragon of virtue and right and accountability and responsibility is now being found out for not being one, quite simply. So we'll get into this here on Talk Talk Live. We'll discuss it further here on Talk Talk Live. So thank you very much for joining me here. So let's get into it. Again, if let's set the scene. If you remember last year, or should I say, was it 2 years ago, or it was either 2024 or 2025? Um, uh, Fresh and Fit, and I'm talking about here, Fresh from Fresh and Fit, and that is I forget his real name, but we're gonna get it through the night. But Fresh and Fresh and Fit was involved in another baby making scandal himself, and yeah, it didn't go so well. Well, actually went pretty much as as positive as could be if you believe in Fresh and what he was trying to do, and that is absolve himself of any baby of any baby making, and force his woman to what, not sure what a majority pairs best with non accountability. Very nice, Lana. Very, very nice. But we are back on the chats, which is great. So yeah, it's Fresh was caught out there in his own scandal with his own alleged mother, and it was found out that this woman did not have a child for him, and has moved on since then, and allegedly had a potential tryst with the one and only ABBA. ABBA's been around, ladies and gentlemen, so he was playing around with Fresh's lady for a little while there, or trying to, and I think I think he was turned down. So that's what really started this feud. But it started from years back, and Fresh and Fit were always. I mean, I think they made a total. I think more than about 60 videos on Abbott and Priest, and so on Fresh and Fit. So you have this ongoing dispute, and now that the tables have turned, and now Abba's in the hot seat. Well, there's one man who's taking advantage of this scandal, and that is, let's just get him right up here. His name is Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines has been on these guys' necks ever since it was discovered that a pregnancy scare has visited the one and only ABBA from ABBA and Preach, and yeah, it's been. He's doing a victory lap. He's doing a lot of victory laps this year, a whole lot. And shout out to Myron Gaines and Fresh and Fit crew doing wonderful things these YouTube streets, and also on the Twitch streets, and also on the Kick streets, and also on the Rumble streets, ladies and gentlemen. They are everywhere because they can't make any money from YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, simply because they have views that women see as hateful when it's actually truthful. But there you go. What you gonna do? One one man's one man's pleasure, another woman's poison. So again, there you go. So here we are. Myron is doing his victory lap. So let's hear from the victory lap from Myron on the first pregnancy. Now this is the first. Now here he is reacting to the first lady, first pregnant lady, who will become familiar with here tonight. And there are two other ladies who will become familiar with here tonight. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen. This is a ongoing investigation. Who knows? There may be more. This man may be the next Nick Cannon, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into it here on Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get into it.
Well.
Oh,
Well.
well.
Ah.
Well.
Gentlemen, welcome to the fucking stream, baby. I don't pull out the suit often, but when I do, it's typically to call out a piece of shit that's the biggest hypocrite on the fucking internet.
As you can see, there's no love lost between these two, ABBA and Myron Profession Fit. Yeah, it's going to be a roast. Let's go.
Okay? You guys might know him as ABBA, Zaba, or Jafar. But what he really is a fucking scumbag that's been lying, talking shit, sitting on his moral high ground for years. He's been on YouTube for like 10 plus years, right? I have integrity. I am honest. I am above everyone else. I'm above reproach. Well.
Oh, well.
Authentic, most honest, and
Their message, because these are the guys that always take the moral high ground. These are the guys that are always very honest, unbiased, nuanced, integrity.
there's something really great about seeing someone be authentic.
Most honest and real about this. I'm gonna be telling you the truth like that.
See someone be true to their values. I'll be honest with you. You want to get online and say a bunch of race? I hope those people get canceled. It's not because you're someone who values integrity that you should expect that in everyone. Well, we are valuing authenticity and honesty and integrity.
Honest, honest and true way.
Proof that people are telling the truth. And that to me makes me optimistic about the future.
I mean, honestly, guys, if they're going to lie. So as you guys can see, right, here's the gist of it. Let's give you guys a summary of what basically went down. Basically, long story short, what happened was Abba was seeing this girl for like 5 months, got her pregnant, right? He's running around with this narrative of like, oh, yo, like, I want her to have the kid and all this other stuff. Now, let me be very clear about this with this girl, okay? Because we're going to react to her video here. We got the full 19-minute video here because, you know, we knew that it would go down. So we already got it here. We're ready to go. We're going to go through this thing. Let me be very blunt about this. These chicks are crazy, okay? I have no doubt in my mind that she was gaslighting him. I have no doubt in my mind that she's probably not being 100% transparent. I have no doubt in my mind that she's probably nuts, okay? Let me be clear about that. I have no doubt in my mind about any of that stuff. However, Mr. Accountability over here, who made a huge thing with talking about Fresh when he knocked up an Asian girl, what does he do? He does the same exact thing with a chick that looks like Sneeko. You know? I find that very, very interesting because it's like, bruh, all you do is talk shit about other people. You talk shit about them taking L's. You say that you're, you know, I have integrity. I am honest, blah, blah, blah. And let's just be honest here. Like, that whole stream he did was a damage control fest. He knows she's sitting on more evidence. He knows that she could come out with more evidence. So he obviously didn't reveal everything that he has. She's going to probably respond and reveal what she has. And we're just going to see this whole thing go down. But again, let me be explicitly clear about this. Okay? This shit happens all the time. Women lie. They try to trap you. They do bullshit. They gaslight you. They are emotionally erratic. Right? I can't be sitting here telling you guys like, look, you know, the red pill tells you the truth about women and not give Abba the benefit of the doubt here when it comes to this woman probably being erratic and nuts, especially when she's pregnant. Okay? I am not doubting the fact that she's nuts. As a matter of fact, I would concede that she probably is nuts. But here's the big difference. Mr. Integrity, Mr. I hold everyone accountable, Mr. I am holier than thou, Mr. I'm on my moral high ground all the time, Mr. I'm going to go ahead and talk shit about Fresh for getting some Asian girl pregnant. Right? Remember that? Remember that? You were doing the same fucking shit with someone that looks like Sneeko, bruh. You basically had sex with Sneeko with a wig. Okay?
If you didn't know who Sneeko is, ladies and gentlemen, he is a streamer. He's a political, the political analyst. He's a contrarian, quite simply. And yeah, he does look like Sneeko. Look up Sneeko. He's actually on Kick. He's very successful actually, especially on Kick and on X and on many platforms. And he's seen as a contrarian, conservative, MAGA representative. And yeah, she does actually look like him. Let's continue.
Hey, dead ass. Shout out to my guy Sneeko, by the way. Now it makes sense why you're so obsessed with him. I always wonder, like, yo, what's this guy's beef with Sneeko, bruh? Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Okay? So the reason why I'm cooking your dumbass is because of the way that you purport yourself to be. Because you had no problem with attacking Fresh relentlessly for months. You had no problem talking all kinds of shit about him getting an Asian girl pregnant. Remember? I don't want to kill the baby. Right? Meanwhile, you're over here with this Asian chick. Kill the baby. So that's why I'm roasting you. If you were anybody else or whatever, this wouldn't matter. It really wouldn't. I wouldn't care. Dudes get chicks pregnant or girls try to trap niggas all the time, bro. But given who you are, the piece of shit that you are, the fact that you've been talking shit about everybody, trying to act holier than thou, that's why I'm fucking cooking your dumbass. Because you are a big hypocrite. And you know, it's kind of funny too. Because I've been saying this for years about your monkey ass. I really have. I've been telling y'all forever, yo, this guy Alba's a snake. He's not who he says he is. It's a little strange that he always keeps his private life private. Right? Me and Fresh have been very transparent. You guys have seen our W's. You guys have seen our L's. We've talked about it. We've been out there. But these two fucking idiots out of Canada do everything in their power to not really let their audience know what they do behind the scenes. And now I can see why. Now I can see why. As a guy that's extremely critical of the red pill could have saved your dumb ass here. You might want to go pick up one of my books. why women deserve less and why women deserve even less. You probably wouldn't have had these issues, honestly, right? You over here getting trapped by a chick after 5 months of dating. Like, what? That's crazy work. That's crazy work. And the fact that your facts and circumstances are identical to Fresh makes it even funnier.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to hear from the lady of the hour, ladies and gentlemen, because I think we've kept you in suspense for a little bit longer there. Myron's going on a rant, and so we should. Quite simply, so we should. So we're going to let the lady of the hour have her say, so let's get into it.
Makes it even funnier. And then the cherry on top is that she looks like Sneeko with a wig. But anyway, let's go ahead and go through this thing. Okay? Let's go through her video. I'm going to be very fair. Okay? Because I know that she's obviously going to sensationalize stuff because we all know how women are when they're angry and they want revenge. And we'll kind of go through this.
Hi, my name is Libby, and I was a girlfriend of ABBA from ABBA and Preach. We were together for 5 months.
5 months.
And involved with each other for about 8 months total, but 5 months of that was a serious, committed relationship. I know when someone...
Hey, bro, you got to vet women longer than that, man. Come on, bro. About to have a kid with her? That quick? Come on, man.
thinks 5 months, they think what can really happen in 5 months, but I think most would agree the first 5 months.
Yeah, this girl's name, we're going to call her Sneakita. Okay, we're going to call her Sneakita.
Of a relationship can feel very intense and be filled with a lot of love. And that means you can feel the opposite of that intensity if things are not aligning or if things are not compatible. I'm going to be talking about a pregnancy in which ABBA ultimately walked away from. And I'm going to be talking about the difficulties and the emotionally harmful interactions I've had with ABBA. I want to acknowledge something up front, and that is, I know exactly who I'm speaking about. I know exactly who ABBA is. ABBA is articulate. He is persuasive, and he is calculated. ABBA is the...
And that's when I knew that this story is credible right away, because the thing with ABBA that I've been telling you guys for a while is that he's one of these guys that's very vindictive and very maniacal, right? He doesn't let on his snakiness up front. He tries to play it off and be like, oh, I'm transparent. I'm just like you guys, blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit. Like that entire 2-hour cope stream there, there's a reason why bro is drinking alcohol and like awkwardly dancing to make himself feel better. Like, let that sink in, chat. There's a guy that's never bothered, never annoyed, right? Always happy. Bro is drinking Korean alcohol, bro. Okay? So he's going to go ahead and try to like let it on like, oh, it's not a big deal. But he knew once Stevie Knight dropped this video on this chick that it was just a matter of time and he's got to get ahead of it. That's why he made that video. That's why he went live. That's why he showed you guys doctor text messages. That's why he only played phone calls, portions of phone calls, after he started recording, after finding out that she was recording, by the way. Okay? All damage control. All damage control.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, before she gets into further arguments, yeah, Steve Knight actually reached out. We're going to see some of that tonight. Steve Knight, who is host of Night Talk, he is another huge reaction channel on YouTube. You may or may not know. Well, he actually had an interview with her, and we're going to show you a caption of that interview with her tonight. Also, we're after her words here. We're going to hear from Fresh and how and his take on this fiasco that he's created for himself, and how he's digging out of it. Quite simply, he's washed his hands of this whole thing, and he's dancing the night away, and you'll see why in a bit. Let's continue.
King of receipts.
Again, am I absolving her of responsibility? Hell no. You could already tell this chick is crazy. But it's Abba's fault for getting with a crazy bitch.
This is true. This is true.
At the end of the day, The guy that loves criticizing people's relationships, loves attacking people, loves, making endless videos on people's misfortunes.
Oh, well.
And you know what? It's, to be fair, let me just stop the video there. Yeah, I mean, if you're a person like Abba who sees himself as holier than thou, sees himself as the paragon of virtue and morality, you had better not have any skeletons in your closet like this. Because if you, as the old saying goes, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones, because those stones could be your bones. And quite simply, if somebody has something out on you, they'll quickly turn upon you, and that glass house that you live in, from which you throw your stones, could indeed be those bones. So, listen, Abba had this coming to him. He can't be holier than thou and not people to do their due diligence on you in return. Let's continue.
Well.
And anyone who really knows Abba would not willingly put themselves in the position I'm putting myself in right now, unless their experience was significant enough to speak on. I'm not here to cause spectacle. This is all informational, and I'll just leave it up.
And I'll give you guys credit. I'll give this idiot credit, because he's done a great job of hiding his background for what? These guys been on YouTube since 2012, right? We've been able to dig up stuff of him getting pegged and doing all the weird shit that he does, right? But I always knew something was weird about this guy, because he puts out a front to you guys when they're reacting to videos, whatever. Nobody really knows anything about Abba or Preach, Anus and Reach. Nobody really knows, right? And that's fine. Look, you guys want to be comment read YouTubers. You guys want to go ahead and give commentary and give your reactions, all this other stuff, right? And you'll throw stones when you live in a glass house. That's all good. But don't get mad when people do the same thing back to you, okay? Don't get mad. It took a decade plus of you keeping your weirdness behind the scenes. But what's done in the dark will always come to light, my friend.
For interpretation. I met Abba July of 2025, last year. And it was...
Shout out to Miss Platinum. Also, I want to shout out to 3 Digless with 25 gifted earlier. And guys, just so y'all know, I am going to get off YouTube here in a second, go to Kick Only, because if I really want to cook, I can't cook on here like that. As you guys know, YouTube is trash. Worst platform ever. That's where these bum-ass niggas make their life living is YouTube. YouTube is trash. Their only platform. We're multi-streaming and still do better numbers than these guys.
Really fun, and it was really interesting, and it was honestly full.
And they got 2 million plus subscribers. Still fucking no motion.
Full of love.
That's why they've made like almost 100 videos on us, by the way.
4 months into the relationship, I start to see incompatibilities and inconsistencies that made me question the relationship and started to make me feel doubt.
Now, I want to be clear about this, because an Abba's like Coat Fest for the past 2-hour Coat Fest that he did, right? One of his big arguments was, she kept going back and forth with whether she wanted to have it or not, right? And I thought it was kind of interesting, because when I watched her video, she's going to go into it that he displays certain behaviors that she didn't like, right? And we know how women are. They're erratic, they're emotional, especially when they're pregnant. You know, they're indecisive or whatever. But I find it interesting how we didn't get the other side about like what he was doing, which she's going to go into a little bit here. But Abba didn't touch on like what he was doing from his end to make her feel that way, right? So I found that a little interesting too. Which again, I predict she's going to probably respond to him with more receipts, which you guys are going to see here when she shows her fucking desktop. Clearly, this chick was like building a dossier on this guy. Which is why he made the fucking stream that he made today, because he knows that she's going to come with receipts, because she knows that he comes with receipts. Even though he doctored a lot of those receipts and showed you guys recorded phone calls after the fact that he found out that she was recording him, which, to be honest with you guys, the fact that she recorded him beforehand, then he found out after the fact, everything after that, clearly he's going to be more measured. He's going to be more calm. He's going to try to save himself. Right? I was actually looking at some of the notes here. Like, one of the things he said was, and I showed you guys earlier in the stream, he said, yo, make sure you tell me make sure you let me be involved in every step of this, right? But when we look at the text, he's like, eat shit, get out of here, blah, blah, blah. You know, little weird. So maybe we need a little bit more context. As usual, right? Men lie, women lie. The truth is typically somewhere in the middle. But make no mistake about it. He's not telling us everything for obvious reasons. I'm sure he probably is holding some other cards in case she makes another video.
As I started to feel those doubts, I found out I was pregnant. I was very nervous, but I knew I wanted to keep the child. I told Abba about the pregnancy, and he was actually very supportive. He was very excited.
Okay, so this confirms what he said. At first, he was excited and happy.
Always talked about how much he wanted children, and he said he was sure about the pregnancy, and he said...
And for those of you that don't know, he admitted while he was on stream that he has a low sperm count, so basically he shoots blanks, which I'm not surprised. He's a soy boy. He doesn't really train in the gym, right? I mean, we kind of already knew that bro was probably have the the test levels of like a fucking infant, but yeah.
That he was always very sure about me. I, however, did not feel sure about Abba.
Right. So let's get a synopsis here. 5 months into their relationship, and again, she's from California, he's from Montreal. Just to let you know, if you didn't catch that, she's based in California. Abba's based in Montreal. So it's sort of a cross-continental relationship, quite simply, because again, Montreal to LA or San Diego or wherever she is, I think she's in Southern California, is a long way, and it is quite expensive for them to build up a relationship and for her to get 5 months pregnant. I mean, they're spending a lot of money doing it. Now, again, Abba was at first supportive of Libby here, and things were going well until let's continue.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Like I had mentioned, I started to see some core fundamental differences with our values, our lifestyle, and...
Now, she did mention that she grew up in like a Christian family or whatever, okay? As far as Abba goes, I know he's not really that religious. Damn near like an atheist. I mean, he gets pegged in the ass, so what do we expect? But that might be one of the things. Also, he's a wild progressive, guys, just so you know. Like, he'll sit there, him and Preach will sit there and pretend that they're centrists, but they're actually wild progressives. They are. And I noticed this when he debated Sneeko. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Abba had a debate with Sneeko, and they debated a bunch of different things like, systemic racism, critical race theory, all like the stupid leftist arguments is what basically Abba made. And it makes sense. He's a Canadian. He's basically a socialist. He lives up in like Montreal or something like that. Super woke, super left. He lets on that he's a centrist when they do their videos, but these guys are progressives. So that might also have been played into it, right? We can only speculate. We don't know, right, where she leans politically or whatever, but we know from what he said that she comes from a Christian family, traditional, blah, blah, blah. So that might be what she's talking about when she says that they have different values, but we'll see.
Yeah, before we get into it, do remember, for those watching around the world, I mean, Canada is very, 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 Canada it tends to be European, and European countries tend to be a little more, again, progressive in their stance, especially in Western Europe, Western European countries, Scandinavian countries as well. They tend to be extremely left of center, especially when you have certain public government programs and public programs that are needed for the people. And again, so a conservative here could be seen as left of center in the United States, which is again way more conservative than Canada is. Let's continue.
Especially how Abba handled things emotionally and how he handled things communicatively. As time goes on, during the pregnancy, I still start to feel even more anxious and more nervous. And I think I start to confuse my anxiousness with being with Abba or moving forward with Abba with my confusion and anxiousness with the pregnancy and if I wanted to continue the pregnancy or not. And terminating the pregnancy was never in the question. It was something I never wanted to do. But as time kept going in the relationship, I still felt like it was pretty rocky. And I talked to Abba and I said, maybe an abortion is something we should do, even if that isn't what I wanted at all. And
due to Abba's lifestyle. Now, Abba, listen, he makes a lot of money on YouTube. Well, a good amount of money. So much money that he doesn't really work so much. Abba is one who, well, he instead of trying to earn and learn and continue his channel, like he's not a hustler like Myron Gaines here, like Myron Gaines. Oh, sure, I'm right over Myron. So my apologies here. Let me move it myself over here. There we are. I'm gonna move my not that picture, that picture. Actually, in a second. There we go. Bang, bang. We're in shots. I'm talking about me here. Moving over here. There we go. My bad. Covering up Myron and his commentary for the last 30 minutes. Not very good. So again, we're going to continue right now. So Myron is more of a hustler compared to Abba. Abba is more of a stay-at-home guy, a little, non-hustle based. He'll play video games all day if necessary, then get to work and do a show, and then come back home and do it all over again. He's into his dance music. He's into dance, so he's not exactly incentivized to grow said fortune to do anything. Abba's simply put, a man who loves video games, a man who loves dance. He's very laissez-faire. He's not exactly motivated to get in the gym or do anything red pill at all. He's, and I think that's what gave Libby here a bit of fear that this man isn't the go-getter. He's just like, he'll play video games all day if he can because the money's coming in anyway. So he's not exactly ambitious, as they say. So, but that's Abba. That's Abba, and but again, he's made his bones through YouTube, and so he doesn't have to work as hard. But I think that's what gave Libby here pause and wanted to get out of the relationship and end the pregnancy because you're not really with a motivated guy. Let's continue.
Abba was not happy.
I don't know what the hell that sound is at her house. Maybe she's recording this shit from a sweatshop somewhere. I don't know, chat, what that is.
With it. Abba was quite disappointed, and he tried to support the decision as much as he could, but you can tell that.
Bro, let's be honest, that nigga was probably relieved. He was like, oh,
shout out to Addison.
Okay.
1972.
You don't want the baby.
He was struggling with it a little bit. We make our first appointment for the abortion, and Abba visits me to be there for me, and we don't go through with it that day. And when he leaves, I make another appointment, and I cancel that one. And I think in total, I canceled 3 abortion appointments. And I think...
Now, I do want to say this. It was a little weird because during his stream, he said that, she canceled the abortion, right? And he was talking about how, this was a very tumultuous time in his life. But, I found that a little weird. I'll tell you guys here in a second why it's a bit strange. I'll try to see if I can find a clip for you guys.
Maybe I should give it more time.
So y'all can hear it from his own words.
And see if my feelings change. And so I set an appointment for after the trip I had planned to Montreal to visit Abba. I visit Abba in Montreal, and we get into our biggest fight. And this was a real turning point for me. And I know it's hard to imagine Abba upset, but he does get there. And not only does...
And look, and here's the thing, guys. Let me tell y'all something about these dudes. They try to pretend like they're stoic and they're, not emotional and they're super whatever. Remember, guys, these dudes focus on pre-recorded content where they do jump cuts and edits, right? It's very easy to make yourself come off as like a reasonable, articulate individual when you edit all your content to make yourself come off a certain way. Okay, these guys just started live streaming recently, and they suck at live streaming, by the way. Nobody watches their live streams. But they just started live streaming. For the longest, these guys did pre-recorded videos, edits, jump cuts, etc. And that stuff can make you look like you're far more intelligent than you really are. okay, or make you look more stoic, because you can record and edit the way that you want. You can purport yourself to be whatever you want to be, right? And this is one of the things that these guys have been able to leverage for a very long time with making their videos.
As he get there, he goes past the point of the threshold of where anger should stop. Abba resorts to name calling and degrading language. And
now, here's the thing. When she said this, I was like, yeah. Because as you guys know, I went back and forth with this idiot on DM saying, yo, we can do a debate, but let's do it in person. And all he did was like just talk shit and give like stupid insults. Oh, you're a pay pig. Oh, you're a loser. You're gonna cry some more, blah, blah. So when she said this, I was like, yeah, that's him. And you guys are gonna see here with the text messages. When he contacts people via text or whatever, it's not the same guy that you see on camera. And and I've said this before about a lot of these YouTube motherfuckers, guys. Okay? Andrew Schultz, Abba, Akash, whatever. These guys show you one person on camera, but they're a completely different person off camera. Okay? And obviously, their brain dead fans can't tell the difference. Right? You got a bunch of simps in their chat coping like, oh, yeah, this girl's crazy. Bro, we all know this chick is more than likely crazy. Nobody's saying that. But you guys are missing the elephant in the room that your savior, Anus, has no problem with criticizing people and going after them when they make the same exact mistake using the holier-than-thou perspective when he's over here doing the same shit with the same type of bitches, by the way. Like, what? That's what makes it so crazy. He went so hard at Fresh, bro. He went so hard at Fresh for this situation. Meanwhile, he was doing the same fucking shit. Doing the same fucking shit. So again, this woman's credibility could be cooked, whatever. But guess what? The fact that Abba dealt with a woman like this and got her pregnant cooks his credibility too. Mr. Holier Than Thou needs to shut the fuck up forever. I don't want to hear nothing about women. I don't want to hear nothing about you criticizing people. I don't want to hear nothing about you talking about the red pills, bullshit, blah, blah. You're dumb simp ass over here ready to make a family with a chick you've been dating for like 5 months. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. And that's the biggest thing here that's important that I want you guys to understand. He is not the man that he pushed himself to be on camera at all. He's an extremely snaky, devious, vindictive individual. That's what he is. He's a snake. And look, I'll give you guys an example. You guys know, and in the rap song, we talked about this. They came to, actually,
All right, we're gonna stop there because he's just giving an example of when Abba came down to visit him, and yeah, yes, indeed. So I was just looking at another title in there, but we're gonna analyze now. Okay, before we get into Preach's side of the story, we're gonna analyze the two scenarios between, because this is part of that the cooking eve here between just recently that Fresh and Fit gave Abba and Preach, and we're gonna analyze the two scenarios with these two baby mothers, and this is I tell you, comedic in and of itself how these two deny babies. Now again, it's involving abortion and a serious subject that cannot be taken lightly. So we don't mean that just seriously. But what is indeed a bit comical is the fact of how Fresh, who's always accused of being a bit of a simp himself and a drag to the Fresh and Fit show, how he dealt with matters of his pregnancy over what you will see from Abba, or should I say Abracadabra himself. Let's continue.
Don't want the kids. No.
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Nothing.
she tried.
Yeah, she tried.
What are you gonna do to me?
Why did I do anything to you?
Nothing?
Good talk, Rush.
Why did I do anything to you?
No, I know. So like, how are you gonna deal with this? By saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
I mean, She goes to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor. So you want abortion?
I mean, yeah. Why do you want to
I mean, I'm surprised. Fresh
And why
is
are you making
still
me pregnant
What the
now?
hell?
That's what I'm like. There's no way that's true. But then it's like, oh wow, like
So just think about it. It's meant to be. God wants you to have the baby.
definitely not.
It is. God wants
no,
you to
but
have
you
a
know.
baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're fucking me for a month, and I'm pregnant. What does that mean?
Well,
Now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
well, we already sinned by having sex, but it's too late now. You know.
Gotcha, bitch.
But honestly.
So, yeah. So that was how I handled the call. Oh, look, fellas, I'm like perfect. confused. I'm like,
Made some
what?
else, but it's okay.
I don't want to have kids
She was
right
trying
now.
to fish so hard, man. Damn.
Hard. She
Yo,
tried.
She wanted to be like, yeah, I'm gonna come after you, lady.
Yo, Fresh,
Yeah.
I'm very surprised. The whole time you that's sort of at all, man. The first time.
Well, no, I'm just confused because I'm like,
Yeah,
this
the whole
part-
time you was calm.
I'm like, damn, this is kind of like
Fresh,
what's happening here, really? Kind of find out as we exposed later on. She's smashing multiple dudes, and also it wasn't just me. Hit 3 others that were on the hook. So listen, it could have been anybody, and was it real? Who really knows? The point
Also, another thing you
Yeah.
learned from this lesson
Yeah.
was not to sell a dream to these girls.
is 100%. So listen,
Because Fresh was lying to this girl. Everyone's like, oh, that was your girl, blah, blah. Bro, this nigga had like a million other girls, man, that he was seeing, but like she really thought that she was the one.
fellas, just so you know, right? Any creator or guy with status that has moves does this exact same thing, bro. No one's different than anybody else here, as Abba has shown you guys as well. We're all doing the same shit, bro. Someone just hide it. We're open about it, pretty much. And she didn't like the answer. She wanted to be with me. It didn't work out, and that was it. Now, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Fresh is right. The way he handled his pregnancy scare was, I think, way you'll soon see, way better than the way Fresh did. I think Fresh is about to go, stop talking, Elliot. Let's just get into this. Let's hear from what Abba has to say here on this subject with regards to Libby. Pregnancy number 1. Should I win in Raw? Probably not. That's my L.
I mean,
What was Monday Night Raw?
Monday Night
Yeah,
Raw.
Monday Night Raw,
But
man.
hey, fellas, I guarantee you in the chat, nigga, you would too, bro. Look at that shit, nigga.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yo,
And it's
it was
about
fun.
it.
Well, we know Abba would have.
Actually, he
Listen
wanted
to
to, by the
listen to
way.
this.
He
Oh.
wanted to smash Daisy, but it didn't work out. And it's so funny because full circle, what is she doing now? She's on OnlyFans.
Oh.
She's on escort sites. And
That's tough.
I dodged a bullet. I got out of there.
That's
Bang!
tough.
Men in Black. Forgot about you, bitch. So listen, I'm just gonna say I took my L. I turned into W because we're still here, thriving, by the way.
Yeah.
Doing better. And look, learn from my mistakes, fellas. Don't make the same mistake. It happens, bro. But when someone's on a high horse saying they're better than everybody else,
Yeah.
they're perfect beings. They're holier than thou. That tells me that they're not real. Because if you're real, shit does happen. So hold the L, Abba. But there's more. Let's watch his actual call.
Yeah, so we played Fresh's reaction, right, to the news. Let's see Abba's reaction.
Yes.
Okay, because these holier than thou things, let's see how he handled it. Fresh, I think, was kind of calm. Nigga tried to get her to kill the baby. But
Guys, notice I'm calm. Hey, you know what? I said I don't want to have kids. Is what it is.
Yeah.
And I didn't scream at her, get mad, irate. I didn't bully her. I just said, listen, okay, well, do what you got to do, the doctor. That was it. I didn't pressure her in any way to do anything. Oh, you pressured me to kill the baby. No, I didn't.
she tried to
That was
get
the
you
one
to
call
say
we
something.
had, and nothing else.
Yep.
So if that was pressuring somebody, chat, y'all tell me. What was that?
Yep.
So
Let's see
Abba's
how
turn, though.
Abba handles it, though.
Yo, what is that screensaver?
Bro, I know that shit is
yo,
trash.
duck lips. If a
That
nigga
nigga-
does duck lips, bro, like this, bro, you know he fruity. Bro, there ain't no way
I
this
mean,
is normal, bro.
man. You get paid.
to look like a different world show?
I'm telling y'all, man, Pug Life is back. This nigga's an L.
It's a different world where you come from.
What is that? Like, what is that, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Damn. Scene here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is quite comical that picture from ABBA. Incredible. Anyways, setting the scene here. These are one of the recorded videos
recorded call, sorry, from Libby. This is from Libby's end. Now, Abba didn't realize that he was being, well, recorded on the other end by Libby during this telephone call. However, this is absolute comic gold how Abba panics, literally, with regards to the pregnancy and how he's at wit's end and doesn't handle it cool, calm, collected as Fresh did in this instance. And yeah, it just shows his flaws that he tried to cover up but couldn't. Let's continue.
Boys being boys.
Boys being boys.
Yo, he thought it was Drake, bro. He thought it was Drake.
Boys being boys.
You're not Drake, but you're abort. Here we go.
Oh man.
Yo.
Here we go.
See, why are you saying they're cute lies? You don't.
Okay, you know what? Listen, don't worry about why I think they're lies. I'm never going to tell you.
Oh,
All you
wow.
need to know
Do you
is
think they
I
were
want
lies
you out of my
because
life.
do you
How do I
lie?
get you out of my life? No, how do I get you out of my life? Tell me.
Yo, he sounds worse than
You wanna
Fresh.
talk, Yap? Tell me how I get you out of my life. Is there any way I can make sure I never hear from you again? Tell me how. Give me that answer.
Again.
What was the answer to that question? How do I rid myself of you?
Ooh.
Yo, this is bad, bro.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
Fight some hair and that shit.
Oh, now you don't have anything to say? You don't have an answer to that? So I can't get rid of you, can I? Like, you're always going to be this fucking parasite who shows up in my life. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think that's how I've been. I think I've been trying to
I don't care how
find.
you think, how you can. I just want to know. I don't want to hear you talk about anything else. Can you just tell me how
You're
I
not
can get
even
you out of
letting
my
me
life?
talk. I don't think.
Because I don't want to hear you talk about anything.
Pause.
I don't owe you a
As a man with pristine calmness and willpower, I was pretty chill on the call. This man's speed running, sweating
he is.
bullets,
Yeah.
fighting for. He's actually scared, bro.
Yo, here's the other thing too. I'll tell y'all about this nigga, bro. I've been telling you guys forever that he purports himself to be something that he's not, which is this calm, rational, measured individual. He's actually an extremely feminine, bombastic, flamboyant, emotional dude. That's what he is. He grew up with a single mom. I don't think his dad was in his life. Bitch ass nigga.
what
Like
it is.
he can't, like, you know what I mean? Guys, this guy doesn't work out. He salsa dances to work out. Anybody that salsa dances to work out is a fucking weirdo. Okay? Like, that is fucking weird. Like, I gotta fucking, I gotta, tango, swing my hips to lose some calories. That's crazy. That's his workout, bro. That's what this nigga does. Him and Preacher are both sus as fuck, but Abba, super, super sus. Go ahead.
Also, notice the framing of my call and his call.
Yeah.
Very important. I was calm, not reactive. Okay, here's what it is, and move forward.
And just so you know, Daisy did some bullshit before she called you too.
100%.
She did some bullshit too. Like, we don't want to hear nothing about, oh,
When you refer to Daisy, that is Myron's, ex-girlfriend who tried to trap him with the pregnancy, the Chinese lady that you heard earlier on. Let's continue.
she was antagonizing, she was calling him being weird. Daisy was being a fucking bitch too. But notice how Fresh handled the call versus how he handled the call. You know what I mean? Same exact situation, by the way. Is Fresh over here saying all this ridiculous shit like this nigga? No. And just so you guys know, this is the real Abba, what you guys are seeing.
Yes.
He started recording his phone calls after he found out that she recorded this. Then then he sounded all calm. Oh yeah, well, I want her to be there, all this other shit. Like, bro, this nigga's a fraud, bro. He's extremely feminine, extremely fake. And here's the thing. I showed y'all this when I was going back and forth with him about doing a debate in person. He didn't want to do it, saying this weird shit. He's just like very sarcastic, tries to be dismissive, etc. He's a fucking woman, bro, this guy. And now y'all are seeing it right now, real time. This is the real fucking Abba, or as I would say, his real name is Daba. Daba Jafar is his real fucking bitch ass name.
Oh shit!
This
Shots
nigga.
fired.
Daba Jafar, aka Deadbeat Daba. You know what I mean? Abhor and preach. Abracadabra. Right? This is him. This is really him. This is him. This is why he won't put gloves on and fight his own battles. This is why he lets Preach fight all his battles, right? But the thing is that Preach is a retard, so I beat his ass up in here, Florida. I'm gonna go to jail. You can't assault retards here. So the reality,
The reality is, they
that nigga slowpoke.
are
retard.
not holding frame. Let's continue the call.
No,
Yeah.
Wait, is it how can I?
Yeah, you can see it. Sorry. Abba, aka Daba, is panicking, and he is panicking bad when he is under the heat of a woman who, well, basically could change his life forever. He won't be dancing anymore. He won't be living the carefree life of playing video games all day. No, definitely not. And he literally freaks out at the fact that this could change his future trajectory forever. Let it be known. He's panicking. That is abort and preach, or should I say abort, aka Abba. he is panicking, and he really wants out of this whole scenario right now because he's driving her nuts, because he knows that his lazy lifestyle of him playing video games at home and just showing up to set and basically commenting on videos, that life will sincerely end if that is indeed the case. Or it could accelerate to a point where he has to make more videos in order to earn for the two of them. So he doesn't want that life to end. He wants out of there, and he wants this woman to basically do what she can to get out of his life. Let's continue.
Get rid of you. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, it gets worse than this.
Oh, it gets worse.
It gets worse. Play the clip.
But wait, there's more.
Conversation. All I want to know is, how do I get you out of my life?
You really thought it
All I
was...
want you is to be gone. I just want you to go.
That's a threat.
Like, you are disruptive to my life. You're ruining everything for me. I don't want anything to do with you. I want to go back to work. I want to enjoy my life. I want to be able to enjoy the things I enjoy. I want you gone.
There you go. So you can hear that right there. He wants to go back to do the things he enjoys. Dancing, playing video games, living a carefree lifestyle. He does not want to have to deal with adult stuff like pregnancy, like being a father, like having to provide, protect and provide. He doesn't want to do that. That's not how he's set up to be. Again, he was a single mother, and he's got a great gig here, so he'd much rather not have to deal with that at all, and allow himself to live the life he was formerly living. However, if you want that lifestyle, you should have wrapped up, because now you've got a woman on your doorstep telling you got to be a father, and but doesn't take too kindly to that. Let's continue.
So...
You are the worst thing in my life. How do I get rid of you?
Okay,
Tell
so
me.
you
Where's the
you
integrity?
really
Don't work.
me.
Where's the integrity?
This nigga don't work. This is how I get back to work. Nigga, you release 2 videos a week. 2 or 3 videos a week, and they're pre-recorded. That's another thing, too, I want to tell y'all niggas.
Sue, by the way.
There's a reason why they never live stream, or they do live stream once a week. That shit trash. Nobody watch that bullshit. They edit their videos, and they do all these jump cuts or whatever, because, again, they edit all the stutters, all the weird shit. You guys ever listen to Preach talk? Bro's a fucking idiot. Nigga's literally a moron.
And listen, guys, I've been definitely taking my L's with that. I've improved a lot. And also,
yeah, but you do it live.
I do it live.
Stop the cap.
Imagine a kid from Barbados, terrible stutter, super fragile, not actually productive, coming over here with nothing, working at Chick-fil-A, AT&T, working my way up, speaking way better, and as well, I get better hoes, nigga. What the fuck? Yo, Canada has the baddest hoes, and you hit that, nigga? Yo.
This is true. Canada got some there's some badass girls up here. Let me say that.
You didn't get a Canadian, but she's from California, nigga.
Even worse.
She ain't from
Even worse.
You can't even know she's in Canada.
That's even worse. Anyhow, we'll continue.
Montreal is where he's from.
We'll continue, though.
Montreal.
Montreal, but I call it Montreal because that shit L. They can speak French.
Ça va?
They lost the Haitians anyway.
Fucking terrible ass country, Canada, cuckada. All right, let's
continue the call.
Yep.
No frame.
I wasted 3 years of your life. This has been 5 months.
Hey, no. I don't
It's been 5 months and
Pause. Hold up. Guys, I know my name is Stutter King, but nigga, what was that? Hey, the new king of abort and stutter is Abadaba. Kadabra. Nigga came in, disappeared instantly. And look. This is all fun and jokes and all that shit like that, but guys, honestly, look at these 2 calls, these 2 calls alone. How I handled it, how he's handling it, I'm telling you right now, bro. Who has frame, who has game, who actually deals with girls on a day-to-day basis? Obviously not him, because nigga was scared. And again, this is me just saying to you guys in real time, look, I took an L. But this dude, oh my goodness, bro, this is bad. And it gets worse.
So what's that abort and stutter?
It gets worse, bro, than this. Continue. I'm telling you, man.
Okay, no. I'm muting
How come you can't hear me? I just...
I'm muting you.
But you're talking to me.
So, you can tell me the only thing I want to hear from you is, how do I get rid of you?
Damn.
And you can't answer that. The only time you get silent. So I can't get rid of you, can I?
Damn.
Pause. I thought he would love the women, respected them, and he was better than a red pill. This is disgusting.
Yeah, it's
How
kind
do
of crazy.
I get rid of you? How do I get you out of my life
I never
completely?
once said that to a chick.
How do you disappear? Like, who says that? Are you Houdini?
Yeah, this is bad.
Like,
for
bro,
us.
like, this is, guys, again, listen to the call, frame, and no game. Abba has no game, bro. This is terrible. Actually, this is worse because
they were dating for 5 months, I think.
5 months.
He didn't vet her properly, clearly. It was a long distance relationship.
But apparently he had all the actual foresight to tell us about how we should date girls.
Exactly.
But yourself?
You know what's kind of crazy? Just so y'all know also, all this shit was going on in December. So this nigga was talking all this shit about everybody. AK literally abort preach. Nigga did the abort and then preach everybody else all year long. Trying to tell niggas how to live their lives, accountability, integrity. Meanwhile, this nigga over here killed the baby. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Also, not one, but a few.
Oh man.
A few.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Oh yeah, nigga. It was more than one.
Fellas. I might have had a scare, but he had multiple affairs.
You what?
I'll tell you this.
Mr. Integrity, Mr. Salsa Dancer, Mr. We Love Women, Mr. Progressive, Mr. Liberal.
He has fear, by the way. Let's continue. It gets worse.
I can't get rid of you. That's what I'm learning. Like, you're going to be a parasite for good, right?
I'm not interested in being a parasite. I was trying to contact you the last 2 days because there's a baby involved, and there was,
I don't want you
and there was no decision
I'll do it
made.
again.
There wasn't
Do it
any.
again. So you keep talking, I'm not listening. Oh. God damn, I just want to get rid of this girl, bro.
There's no.
Again! Okay, so talking about it, let me just get out. Good Lord.
Yo, this nigga's such a bitch.
He's emotional, bro.
Yo, this nigga's such a bitch.
I'm gonna mute you.
I'm just gonna mute you.
Mute.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still talking? Mute. Are you a girl, bro?
Look, here's the thing.
man.
We know this chick is crazy, nigga. But like,
course.
you're a bitch.
Of
Like, what
course.
is that? What is that?
Block, mute.
Bro.
I'm gonna mute you now. Mute you now. Mute.
Wait.
Mute. I'm Abba. Mute.
This is Alba right here?
Yeah, nigga.
Bro,
The
this is a grown man.
collective. This
Yeah.
is
Grown man, bro.
Yeah, man.
Integrity.
Chris, this is a
Yeah.
grown.
He had integrity.
This is a
Mr.
grown
Integrity,
man.
bro.
This is a grown man. French, this is bad,
That
bro.
is an adult,
Moral high ground.
moral high ground figure on the internet saying, "I'm better than all y'all niggas in the space."
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Look at you now.
And again, let me be clear about this. Again! Let me tell y'all niggas, bro. Let me be very clear about this. This chick is fucking crazy. She's wild. She was gaslighting him. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely crazy. But here's the thing. You as the man should know she's fucking crazy. Okay? Like, and the fact that you are over here talking shit about red pill niggas all day and our advice on how we deal with women and everything else like that, and for you to make a mistake like this is kind of crazy. And then get caught on camera making same the mistakes. And it comes back to what we said before. Again, you don't have to like me. You don't have to like Fresh. You don't have to like Rolo. You don't have to like Michael Sartain or Modern Life Dating or Donovan Sharp. Or, you don't have to like any of us guys in the red pill or the manosphere, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But one thing you guys got to understand is that we are telling the truth about women. And that is why we provide this information for you guys. If Abba got my book, Why Women Deserve Less, his dumb monkey retarded ass would have known, damn, maybe I should vet her for a little bit longer. Maybe I can't go ahead and have her, get this girl pregnant within 5 months. Or if he got my second book, Why Women Deserve Even Less, who would have known that, like, these women are changing and trying to become influencers, hence what she's trying to do right now, right? Because I go into the more modern thing about how women are now, how they're moving from want to be girlfriends to be wives into getting into the digital space to make money doing that, and, you know, how they're going to make money doing that into the future with sex robots, OnlyFans, pornography, etc. But if you got my book, you would have known this, my friend. But the thing is that you think you know everything.
All right, we're going to get back into the call, ladies and gentlemen. Again, more Red Pill content that Abba and Preacher, Fresh and Fit are famous for.
So if what I said to you like weren't lies, are you going to be proud of like?
Okay, all right.
Bro, she's scared, bro.
Answer my question. Holy shit.
She's scared.
I am actually dealing with like maybe a stalker or a crazy fucking person. All right. I'm back again. Are you going to answer my question?
How am I being a
How do
stalker?
I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you?
We can hang up in 5 minutes, and I just want to know how I'm being a
How
stalker.
do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? I want to get rid of you. I want to go to bed tonight and really believe that I'll never hear from you again. That's all I want in my life.
Because I broke up with you 5 months in because we keep.
I'll PayPal you to stop.
So let me get it straight. You get her. Hold on. Yeah, PayPal. By the way,
I thought he said Fresh.
this is a proud person that pays for box. By the way, he said it with Preach on the video. But you can see clearly, he got her pregnant and want her to go away. What moral man does that? Look, say what you want with me, bro. I told her straight up, nigga, I don't want you. He's like, yo, I want the kid. Now go away. This is what I'm telling you guys. Moral high ground is warranted for people that actually have a perfect life. And most people don't have a perfect life, aka Abba. So listen. Again,
I think it was capped the whole time. I don't think he ever wanted the kid. I think he was just trying to like pretend in the beginning, see where it went.
There's a term for that, guys, called the Hail Mary by Tom Likas. Really? Now, I'm going to assume Abba's not dumb and he's a smart guy. He's going to use this approach to get an effective change with Libby. So if you think about it, what's a Hail Mary? It's when you tell a girl, listen, we have a great family. Us in the future will be amazing. Us and the kids. Let's get ready for this pregnancy. Then, about days pass, you kind of sound like, you know what? Flip the script. I'm gonna do the as the opposite and say, you know what? I don't want the kid. And the funny part is, he did it exactly to a T. He did the exact same thing that Tom Leggett spoke about to a T, basically, minus the McDonald's. So I'm telling you guys, whether he did or not knowingly, that's what you call a Hail Mary. Yes, at first.
Okay, well, we're gonna get back into the show here, but we're gonna sign off from IG for now. But we're coming back in just a bit, so do stay tuned on IG. Talk Live. Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live. We have just finished the first hour here on Talk Live. Yeah, this is going to be in-depth, ladies and gentlemen, so strap in as we go ahead with this. And we're going to get back on IG, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live. We are back on IG. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get back into the explanation here from Fresh. Yeah, and the phone call, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just about to hit the phone call. So we'll just let Fresh do his thing.
No, at the very end. So there you go. All right, video.
$1,000 if you can just tell me how to get rid of you.
I gave you $2,000 last week because I felt like.
I'll PayPal you $3,000. I'll double it. I'll PayPal you all the money.
When in a relationship has money.
How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you?
That was a double, nigga.
W math.
W math, bro.
Double or nothing, nigga.
Wow.
And that's her money you giving back. So it should be
nigga so bad he couldn't even do the math. He's so fucking. Yeah, I got this picture.
2,000. 1,000.
This nigga probably like fucking punching the air, like talking to her. He's like losing his mind. Like, bro, oh, man.
Bro, he's heated, bro.
Yo, he's pissed.
Yeah, he is pissed, bro.
If I was her, yo, give me 200K. I'll go away. 200K. If I was her, Libby, you messed up, Libby. You should have been like, you know what, Abba? 200K, nigga.
And
I'll
still
go
expose
away.
him too, right?
And yeah, exactly.
Sell the studio.
All right.
Squeaky ass floors, man.
Continue.
Squeaky ass floors,
$1,000
man.
last week because I felt like.
I'll PayPal you $3,000. I'll double it. I'll PayPal you all the money you send me.
When in a relationship has money.
How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you though?
Let her talk, nigga.
Again, the only reason why I wasn't contacting you the last 2 days.
Oh my God, this crazy lady. I can stop hearing from her. Oh my God, I really fucked up. I'm really dealing with an insane person.
Pause.
Oh, you know what? This is my fault.
He admits.
It's my fault.
I am dealing with a crazy person for 5 months. Now, if you are a moral, high-standing gentleman that understands women like you say you do, better than us, like you say you do, 5 months is a long time, right?
Yeah, it is.
Mine was maybe like a month or less, a couple days. 5 months though, bro? You can't see this for what it is?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, like, I guess I was better off than you, nigga. Straight up.
But Daisy dealt with you for like 1 month, right?
Even less, brother.
Even less?
Couple days. But the funny part is
they knew each other for a month, but as far as like him hanging out with her,
yeah, couple days.
She came up for a couple days.
Okay.
But 5 months like this, bro, is insane. Let's continue.
This is my fault. I fucked up.
That is amazing work. That is amazing work that he actually admits that he fucked up this time. Yeah, well, again, Karma's a bitch. And you cannot call people out, Abba, on their bullshit and then expect people to, give you the benefit of the doubt when it's your turn to take the L. And it's a shame that he is that he put himself in this predicament. But again, this is something they should have protected himself against. I mean, Abba's a very intelligent dude, but not so much here. It seems that the P had him going a little doolally and losing focus, and as a result, he's put himself in this predicament that could change his life, a life that he has well cultivated and does not want to break at any time. Let's continue.
Time, boy!
Yo, this is so funny, bro. Yo, this is hilarious, man.
Hey, but where's the video? Where's the integrity, nigga? Where, come on, man.
Moral standards.
Well, at least he admitted he messed up.
To her only. Not to us, nigga.
Nah.
Not the internet.
We have to find out through her.
Behind the scenes.
Fucking duck lip ass nigga, bro.
Because this call happened like in January or some shit. This nigga made a bunch of videos talking shit about the red pill and shit.
Yeah.
And us and all that other shit.
But it gets worse.
That picture, bro.
It gets worse.
You like he getting milked right now, bro.
This is my behavior all the time.
How do I get rid of you?
Why are you saying these things?
Do you not hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
You're not listening to anything I'm saying.
Abba,
I think you are the worst thing to ever happen in my life. How do I get rid of you? And you say you love me, but you can't answer the simple question of how I can not be with you. How can I not have you in my life?
Listen.
It's such a simple thing. I could never be you, you know that. I could never be with somebody, claim I love them, and if they really didn't want me in their life, still hold on to them for dear life.
I'm not.
You're the worst. You're actually the worst. All I want you is to stop harassing me, stop blackmailing me, to stop contacting me, stop contacting my friends, stop contacting my people. And you're saying you don't know how you can stop.
You're acting like I did that every day. I just did that today, and I didn't contact.
You are the worst. You're a parasite. How do I get rid of you?
You know what? Your friends.
Wow.
I don't care. How do I get rid of you? Can you answer the question?
I
What will make you
promise.
shut the fuck up and never contact me again? What will it cost?
I promise after the phone call, I won't.
Pause.
But I think you keep
You'll
saying
stop
these.
harassing me?
They are a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Abba's emotional, tyrannical, and manipulative. She is annoying, manipulative, and fucking annoying. All in one. So my thing is like, perfect match, and this is what it is. Now, she actually was hitting him up because he blocked her.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine you get somebody pregnant, you block them. What's she gonna do? Freak out? Yo, like my man's blocked me. We have a kid together. Why can't I talk to him? What should we do, babe? What should we do, babe? Oh wait.
Oh, we got a few comments here from Lana. She's been listening to this diligently, and crazy that this is the this is only baby mama number 1. My mistake, potentially. No, this is baby mama number 1. This is no potentially. This actually happened. This is number 1, the one that he wanted rid of, and the one that he is totally panicking after. Because again, he doesn't want to change his life. He doesn't want to change his lifestyle. He doesn't want to get off the couch. He doesn't want to be a father. Doesn't want to be a man. He doesn't want any change like that. He wants to dance the night away and have sex without consequence and literally sit on his couch playing video games. That's his life. That is the ABBA life. And then get on camera and call him be the morality police and be Mr. Accountable, Mr. High moral standard and values, and call out people on their lows and their mistakes. All I'm saying is you can do that, but make sure that your closet is clean. Clearly not in this case. He had a few women in his closet. A few scandals that he was hiding from the public. And here we are today, going through them. Let's continue.
Mute, block, mute, block, mute. Bro, that's all he got. But again, this is Abba in real form, in true form. This is Abba.
And again, this happens to everybody, bro. But like, if you weren't such a fucking loser, high horse, this wouldn't be as crazy. But he presents himself to be a certain way. That's why it's like, all right, nigga, like now you got to get roasted. Go ahead, Chris.
No one's above the red pill.
No, what I was saying, I think she truly was like gaslighting him earlier before. So she called him and recorded him. So now she's all calm and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's at the end of his wits throughout the gaslighting and shit like that. So that's why he's acting like this personally. But I think, once again, if you're on a phone call with a chick, you should really be careful.
But the lesson here,
and here's again, like I gotta agree with you, bro. Like she was starting problems and all that shit. She was.
Yeah, she was.
I told y'all before, she's a crazy bitch. But again, the problem here is that he thinks he's holier than thou.
Also, lesson here, fellas. Talking to a girl, she might be recording you at some point.
Always.
You never know.
Always.
Yeah, facts.
We have it on the show multiple times. Girls come on and they expose their boyfriends, ex-boyfriends. So guys, be careful. We talk to a girl on the phone. She could be recording.
Yep.
Is what it is.
Yep. Now, there's probably recording out there. Me tell some girl you're fucking annoying and retarded.
I mean,
say get the fuck out of here.
There you go.
Probably.
You
There's
mean
probably recording on me out there somewhere saying you're stupid bitch.
But at least you're honest about it.
Yeah.
You're straightforward.
Y'all know what it is, bro. I tell women they're stupid. I tell them they're dumb bitches. I don't care.
He's hiding behind a glass
I don't
window.
care. Like, y'all niggas know. I Frank House these hoes. I tell them all the time they're fucking retarded. But this nigga over here, I'm holier than thou. Oh, yeah, I don't crash out ever. Nigga, I've crashed out on women all the time. I tell them they're stupid all the time because they're retarded. They really are. I've told you guys this before. But anyway, we'll keep going. Oh, look at that. We already got more live viewers than Anus and Reacher. We're fucking multi-streaming. Trash ass niggas.
You're acting like I did that every day. I just did that today, and I didn't contact.
You are the worst. You're a parasite. How do I get rid of you?
I didn't contact your friends. I didn't
I
contact.
don't care. How do I get rid of you? Can you answer the question?
That's another lie,
Shut
by the
fuck
way.
up and never
He
contact
kept
me
saying
again.
that she was
What will it cost?
contacting his friends. Bro, I saw one of her things. She never contacted his friends. She only contacted Preach. Also, another interesting thing, by the way. Preach didn't even know he was dating her.
Yeah.
He kept this from Preach. So when she contacted Preach, she contacted him and she said, sorry that we have to meet under these pretenses. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga Preach didn't know at all. Like, that also makes me, is like, yo, these guys have like a weird relationship, bro. Like, I'm telling you, something is off with these niggas.
Yeah.
Something is 100% off with these guys. Like, and again, There's a reason why y'all don't know nothing about them. There's a reason why. Preach is probably married to a dude or a fat girl. Ow. We know Abba gets pegged, right? And we know that he likes Asian girls that look like Sneeko. So, something's off with these niggas, bro. At least with us, y'all see what's going on with us, bro. You see all the crazy shit that happens with us all the time. How many scandals we've been in and shit like that? We tell y'all what it is, right? But these niggas, bro, something's off. Something's very, very off with these guys. Especially Preach, bro. This nigga Preach.
They're probably not really friends anyway.
Sus as fuck.
So,
yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Do they even talk to each other?
Just for content.
Probably not.
But you know what's funny though? I think we can that girl I met from Montreal.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
They used to do parties back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And they were wild parties. We'll play the video again. I'll continue. Actually, right. We'll come back to that.
We'll come back. All right.
Yeah.
I promise after this phone call, I won't. But I think you keep saying
You'll stop harassing me? Promise. Promise me after this phone call you'll stop harassing me. You'll never contact me again. Promise.
Yes.
Okay, all right, you promised. And I recorded it. So if ever you fucking lie or take that shit back, I will send you this recording. If I ever hear from you again, that's all I'm sending you. Is that recording on repeat. The one where you promised you could never fucking contact me again. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I almost want to feel relieved, but I don't even believe you. Because you've always told me you'll give me time and never have. But you know what? Here we are. At least you promised, and that's all I can ask. What do you want?
I didn't hurt.
Oh, shit.
Are you even, you don't care what I have to say? I don't think I harassed you.
He's a comedian. He's just hilarious, by the way.
Explanation. Everything that you say means nothing to me. Everything.
Because I broke up with you, and I told you the truth, and it was respectful, and they weren't lies, and we had a conversation. I don't know how that conversation, you ended the conversation peacefully. I did the best that I could. It was last night. Last night is when we broke up, and you said, "Okay, we can break up. Just keep me updated on the pregnancy and whether or not you want to keep it." And then you blocked me.
Oh, just to keep the timeline straight, guys. This is about December of last year. So December 2025, when all this is happening. December, 5 months in. Yeah, around, because they met in July of 2025, and it carried on for another 5 months. So this is around November, December of 2025.
And I have to make a decision. And I tried to contact you today.
Keep me updated, bro. I'm block you.
That's important. And I'm not interested in harassing you.
Oh, and by the way, pause. Just so y'all know, during the course of this relationship, he blocked her 30 to 50 times apparently.
Yeah. Off and on.
Yeah, he blocked and then unblocked her and shit like that. Fellas, yeah. While she was pregnant, by the way.
Wow.
That's a big reason why she was like, I didn't know what to do. Because this nigga would block me and unblock me.
You know, this is like deja vu in a way. Only thing is, he had a way longer call. I'm just like, okay, well, it's what it is. Do what you got to do. And the funny part is that,
it's 20-something
I'm calm about this, right? Because, I know.
No, it's 40 minutes, but, we're just playing on a portion.
It's 40 minutes an hour, I believe, with this call. Wow. But mine was, 2-3 minutes? Yeah. Max?
Damn.
And it was done.
Okay.
No communication after that. No talking. Just, hey, do what you got to do. Because I know what I got to do. I was confused here. I was actually in fear. Damn, I'm going to stuck with her forever? I'm cooked. And again, no one's perfect by any means. Men are not perfect. We make mistakes. But again, the issue is the high horse he was on, riding it and getting pegged on it. That's the issue.
Yeah, and I don't know why she keeps look. I don't know why she keeps removing these videos, bro. I think she's mad because Abba and Preach fans keep commenting on her shit, talking shit. Yeah. But it's bro, they're bots. They're bots. They're probably in our chat right now talking shit. Here's the thing, our chat is open. So, hey, Abba and Preach fans, go ahead and come in here and, come and defend Anus and Reach.
Look, bro, Abba probably loved her, bro. Loved her.
Oh, yeah, he definitely did.
Wanted to be with her.
Definitely did.
Love his life. But fortunately,
after 5 months, stupid nigga.
When he had no frame, bro.
Fucking retard.
They all go eventually, brother.
Stupid ass nigga, man.
Oh, baby.
After 5 months.
They all go eventually, bro. You're seeing the real Abba in person today. This is the real Abba, guys.
I want to go on
the
Raw.
content.
She probably milked.
This is him.
She probably did milk him, bro.
we need testimonial. Pause.
All right, we keep running it.
All right.
You don't want to be involved. I'm not going to contact you after this. I needed to have this conversation just to know. And so we figured it out. But I didn't harass you. I didn't blackmail you. I didn't do any of those things. I needed to figure out whether or not you really meant you didn't want to be a part of the baby after.
Okay, cool. Now you know. Okay, cool. Now you know I meant it. Anything else?
So but before last night, before we had the serious conversation, you wanted me to keep the baby.
This man going through it, bro. This man making sound effects, bro. What's that?
We're not having a conversation. I don't want it. I don't
Yo,
want it.
you fart?
I'll never be involved. That's my answer.
That's okay, but I don't understand.
I'm not explaining anything to you. You will get zero explanations from me. I'm not explaining.
You don't have to explain. But it is true.
Okay.
Before last night, you wanted everything to do with the baby. You wanted everything to do with the baby before last night. And all I can do 5 months in is tell you how we're probably not compatible because of how much we're fighting.
All right. You've told your story. You know, you tried to make yourself out to be a really good person. You did great. Anything else? I
never said.
You're just talking for yourself, so you can like control the narrative.
No, I'm not. What am I saying? What have I done? What have I done?
You're not even listening. You're not listening. I don't care for a single word you're saying. I'm not taking it in. I'm not
because I told you.
You're talking for yourself.
Pause.
You're just talking for yourself.
No, I need you to.
If there's any ladies in the chat, right? Ladies that watch the show. If your man did this to you, he said, listen, I gave you a kid, but now be gone. Eat dirt, which he said in text. Go away from me. Is this a real upstanding man of honor, of value?
Nope.
You know what this is? A deadbeat dad, Daba. This is what this is.
Daba the deadbeat dad.
Daba the deadbeat dad. And
Abacadabra.
this should be called from now on abort and preach. That is the end all be all.
Real talk.
That's
they
the new
literally are.
names.
Yo, this shit happened, chat, back in like December, January.
There you go.
And what has this nigga been doing? Making videos talking shit about us, talking shit about Steve Knight, talking shit about Donovan Sharp, talking shit about niggas in the red pill in general.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile, this nigga literally was abort and retreat. That's new name. Abort and
Leave it there at that caption because you could see that, you know, listen, my man was scrambling. He was panicking, quite simply. And now, we have some more in-depth interviews here. Now, Steve Knight got onto the scene, and he got a exclusive with Ms. Libby, pregnancy number 1. And yeah, shout out to Night Talk doing wonderful things in YouTube streets. And yeah, this video, ABBA, the biggest fraud on YouTube. Yes, indeed. Well, it's quite simple. I think he's the biggest hypocrite in YouTube. How can you be holier than thou and cast stones and aspersions on others when indeed your closet isn't clean? Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers into the second hour of the Abracadabra abort and preach investigation, ladies and gentlemen. Still with the pregnancy number 1, still with Libby, still talking that talk with Night Talk. Let's continue.
Even after the baby, you saw a lot of that too. He would always remind me that I killed the baby. And he knew how wounded and how hurt I was about it. But he will use anything to make sure that you're in pain, as almost as if he's like satisfied by it. I do want to mention one other thing too. There was a video he made years ago about this girl spending the night over his house. He recorded the phone call, and one of the things she said was, "Oh, this is why your dad left you or abandoned you." And I think his dad already had died at that point. And ABBA made a whole video about that, saying you should never go to that point. But ABBA always said stuff like that to me. So I just think it's so interesting. And I felt like he was very cruel during those times. And I was dealing with that with smaller fights and bigger fights. And then Montreal was a big fight too, where he had kicked me out of his house and I'm pregnant. And I was like stuck out in Montreal.
What did he kick you out the house for?
Yeah, so during that visit, ABBA was playing video games for 3 days. And I don't see him very much. And
you said he played video games for 3 days?
For 3 days. He was on his computer for 3 days. And
what is that? What do you mean 3 days? Like he's on the computer for 12 hours at a time?
He would play video games and then he would work a little bit and then he would play more video games and then we would get something to eat and then he would play more video games and then I'm there on my phone and I'm trying to be like a good girlfriend and kind of like letting him do his thing. But after 3 days, I'm going to be like, hey, your girlfriend.
So you should have said that shit before. You should have said that shit before. Like that makes more sense, at least to me, for incompatibility. Like bro playing video games is entirely different for a motherfucker playing video games for 3 days straight. Like that makes sense.
See, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he was playing video games for 3 days straight on that trip to Montreal. On those days when they were having, well, this is before that fight and those calls that you heard earlier on the Fresh and Fit video. I mean, after a while, a woman sees you playing video games all day. She's gonna be, a bit perturbed at you at the fact that you're not being as productive as you say you are. But again, this is Abra's lifestyle. This is what he wants. He doesn't want to change. He wants to play video games all day. He wants to dance at night. He wants to make his videos during the time of production to make his money. Other than that, that's his simple life. He doesn't want to change it. And this Libby Kalina, that's her last name, changed that. Literally would change that with his pregnancy. So he is pushing to have this girl end it. Literally end it. And Mr. Accountability, Mr. Moral High Ground, Mr. Morale, Mr. Glass House and throwing stones himself. This is his comeuppance here, where he has to be an adult, but he doesn't want to grow up. He does not want to grow up. That's one thing about Abbott doesn't want to do. He wants to tell the world what they're doing, but he doesn't want to grow up himself. Let's continue.
Yeah, that was one of the things, and he also makes comment about like other girls a lot, which we talked about, like boundaries and everything like that. And then he made another comment about like girls being hot in Spain and just something like that. And
he would talk about how attractive other girls were in front of you.
Yeah, he was like, I went to Spain and like Spain has the hottest people. And he was like, the women in Spain are like really hot. And we had talked about this before, and it was just like on top of the video games, on top of like me trying to just work with him and like be a good girlfriend and just hang out outside of the room so he can play his games. And then he says stuff like this, and then I get upset, and then I leave the house, and then I come back, but I do pack my things because I'm like, I'm gonna go somewhere else. But I do come back, and I was just like a little angry, so I went to the coffee shop next door. I do come back, and he gets so upset with me. We start fighting again.
What did he get upset with you for? Because he was at the coffee shop?
Because I left, yeah. And he got so upset, and I was trying to explain to him why I was upset, and he just wouldn't hear it. He didn't understand why I was upset or mad. And when things would escalate, I'm trying to explain it to him. He's like, no, you left. You need to get out the house. And I'm trying to tell him, like, why don't you see why I left in the first place? And then it would rile up, and then I start crying. And then he does the whole mocking and yelling and screaming thing. And he will literally see you cry, and he will literally look satisfied in you crying. And I know that's hard to imagine, but like just refer to the phone.
It ain't hard for me to imagine after hearing that goddamn phone call. So
yeah, so the phone call is just like a preview to what I experienced a lot with him personally. And I don't know, I feel like that's enough to know that it will only get worse, and that doesn't make you feel like you're in a really safe spot to raise a child in with.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, before I get into with Steve and what he was doing, with Libby here, yeah, I mean, with regards to the companionship between the two, I think it was really cramping his style that Libby was there in Montreal with him, and it didn't allow him the freedoms that he once had. And we're talking Abba here, in terms of dancing, playing video games, and filming whenever. It didn't add to that at all. I think that Abba had a system, and he didn't want that broken by this woman. But the thing about it, the problem is that this woman was given no companionship when she was there for 3 days when she was in Montreal in January 2025. Basically, he was totally detached from her, totally aloof, totally segregated from her because he didn't want anything to do with this woman, because he saw this woman as a bad future, as a bad call. even though they did have, they had relations, to be fair, but it meant at the end of an era, and he did not want that era to end. Let's continue.
Because after all things you said, to me it sounds like you were considering having the baby for Abba's sake, but for what you saw in Abba, you didn't feel like that was a safe environment for you to bring a baby in. Is that a fair assessment?
I was thinking that maybe both of us can have it. Even if I was having doubts, I was like, okay, maybe things can still move forward. And I'm just gonna wait it out. And then things still
Wait, what
happen.
out?
I was still gonna see if things were going to work out. Or I decided to go forward because I didn't think things were that bad, but I saw it actually get worse. I did have my doubts, but it was really getting bad. And I saw this pattern of his rage and his anger. And if he doesn't have things a certain way, he does react. I'm just gonna say he acts very scary and cruel, and it does look like he likes to see you in pain in the moments when we're fighting. And when we get into disagreements and conflicts. Did I not answer the question?
No, you answered it. I was just sitting here processing it because I was applying that to that conversation. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like he didn't have his way in regards to but I don't want to sound biased though. But it is what it is. It sounds like that, since he wasn't able to have a child under the terms he wanted to, is why he just went schizo on you.
Yeah, but that's what you'll see in his blocking too. If you don't respond the way he wants, or if you don't act the way he wants, he will just block you. Yeah. And then you saw how often he blocked me. It was just like,
but in the stream, he says that he blocked you because you came at him so many different ways through so many different fucking numbers. Hence why he needed to block you so much, because he was blocking all these different ways you're trying to contact him through the harassment. No, that's what he said in the stream. Remember
yeah,
that?
I know that's what he said on the stream. Again, everything's being fluffed. So the text messages I show on my video are before the pregnancy. So how can that be? And how can that be from that entire period? He was blocking my regular number because we would get into fights, and anytime something would happen, he would just block me. But it had nothing to do with that night. What he was saying with those phone numbers had everything to do with the night I tried to contact him when he blocked me during the pregnancy. But everything I showed you before was just our regular fights.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. Abba depicted you as this, really religious person. So I see that you're really religious, but like you were the one that was gung-ho about the abortion.
So, yeah, I'm not really religious at all. After the abortion, I did try to turn to faith more, because it did really affect me. But again, everything that he
portrayed you as a super religious girl, and then in your video as well, you said that, I don't know if you said you were religious, but like,
yeah, he said that I'm this super Christian girl. He did it exactly like that. I was never super Christian. I am Christian. I became more involved with faith after the abortion, but no, I wasn't. And I don't think even after that I was very super Christian at all.
So throughout your dealings with Abba, you weren't some super Christian girl, because if that's the case, it makes you look crazy being the one that suggested abortion initially. That shit made no sense to me, right? But
yeah, and this is what I wanted to point out in the stream. He does a lot of exaggerating. He exaggerated that I was super Christian, and then he exaggerated about me contacting people, which he has no proof of. And then he exaggerated on, I think so far that's all we've talked about. But
why would
yeah,
he say you're so super Christian though? What was it about you that?
Okay, so they're going to get into her stance on Christianity and the fact that she came back to the faith as she stated, and due to her pregnancy and her abortion and her eventual abortion of said child, she going back to the faith, and in order to cope with the condition that was yes, abracadabra, um, aka Abba and Preach, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go in to this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we know that things are strange. We know that a pregnancy happened. We know that the abortion happened with Libby Kalina, woman number one. However, at the same time, now you can't make this stuff up. At the same time he was dealing with Libby, he was dealing with someone else. Let me say this again. At the same time he was dealing with Libby, he was dealing with someone else. And lo and behold, he got her pregnant too. Two for me, two for you. Let's get to that segment of things here at the end of the night talk video, and then we'll hear from baby mama number two in just a second.
Do this again. So this is the girl that I get in contact with. She says she was also dating Abba.
Hold on, back up for a second.
He says, yeah, I bet it's
just
not for
a little
you
context.
Entertaining thousands of men, but you did it for 2 months. And I'm like, I deserve better while we're together. This is so interesting because I get a DM this morning on Instagram, and I actually find out that Abba was cheating on me that whole time. And I actually found out that she was pregnant and he blocked her and she had an abortion. And it was the same way. And I do have a recording of it.
Hold on. Somebody called you today?
Yeah, this morning. Today is May 10th, and a girl DM'd me because she was dating Abba. She saw the video and she DM'd me because she was dating him during this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is bombshell number two. At the same time Abba was seeing Libby Kalina, he was seeing someone else. He was seeing someone else. At the same time, got her pregnant, and she aborted her baby too. So, yeah, we got a problem here. It seems that Abba's appetites cannot be satiated, and we're going to hear from that lady in just a bit, who baby mama number two was allegedly. Actually, we don't see it as alleged. This actually happened because she got the word May 10th. Today is May the 18th. So a week ago, literally a week ago, we received this revelation that indeed Libby Kalina was being cheated on by Abba, abort and preach, and she became impregnated, and she aborted her child too. Let's continue.
You got her on FaceTime with her or what?
Yeah, she called me. She was explaining everything. She said that she felt bad for me, that she went through the exact same thing.
She let you record?
Yeah, I asked her. Yeah, I asked her, and yeah, we're actually still in contact and talking about everything. But she really helped me out. She said that she experienced so many of the same things that I explained with Abba. I have the whole phone call, but I'm gonna show you what I have here.
Okay.
Let me pull that up. Honestly,
let's give Libby Kalina credit. As Myron was saying earlier, this girl is a bag of bolts. This girl is, she may be a little touch of the tism. But let me tell you something. In terms of documentation, this girl is A1. Her evidence gathering is top notch. This girl, if she ever wanted to get into the law, let me say this: she would have a hell of a time, and I mean a hell of a good time, because this girl's investigation and evidence building experience is one of the best things I've ever seen. Documents everything, chapter, verse, easily replied to, easily called up on a moment's notice. This girl has such a legal slash evidentiary based mind. Like anything that she has, or any evidence she wants to gather, she knows how to gather. She knows how to pull it up when necessary. I mean, she would make a great lawyer. Let's continue.
That was a hard pill to swallow for me, realizing that he was actually physically sleeping with someone January, February, and March, right after he blocked me for the abortion. Right after he blocked me after the breakup.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because that's some shit. Because the motherfucker can give you all this shit. He all this shit calling you a whore, this, that, and the third, because you got a fucking IG account to, like, you know, cope, get your mind off shit, and yet bro out here slinging dick and get a bitch pregnant while he with you.
Yeah, she saw the video and she was like, I can't believe you did the same thing to this girl that you did to me, and you're allowing all of this slander with her. Sorry, I'm taking a second because I'm trying to find how to do this again. So this is the girl that I get in contact with. She says she was also dating Abba, and we call
Just do it. Of course you know her name, but are we able to know her name or not?
No, no. So I don't know what you saw, but Stevie, can you also like blur this part out?
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
She doesn't want to be. Okay, so yeah, she contacts me, and I literally have this.
Again, we just got a good glimpse of her, quite simply, guys, and baby mama number 2 sort of looks. She's somewhat Asian, so I think she may be from Kazakhstan herself in terms of her family. But again, this is all allegations. These are all speculations, so nothing to be taken up seriously. Let's continue.
Conversation with her this morning. Hey, girl, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I'm talking to Abba, and it really fucked me up, actually.
What happened?
My friend was saying it was like really gaslighting, wasn't it? It was so tough. But like she was really sad when I told her that we were talking in March. She was like, apparently you had told her that she was a whore for having Instagram in March. But we were having. You don't know that whole story. You don't know what that's about. So just don't bring that up. You don't know. January, March, you were still all this time talking to her. That's weird. If I don't want to talk to someone, I just want to go anywhere.
We just shut down our IG feed, so we're just exclusively on YouTube now. We're just exclusively on YouTube. Let's continue.
Hold on, press pause, Libby. So this is the girl that Abba was dealing with, but she just recorded a conversation with somebody on her phone, and she's letting you hear it.
So she contacts me. So she saw the video today. She then emails Abba. She has to email Abba because Abba blocked her off the phone too. She has to email Abba and tell her.
Notice the pattern of behavior here. Block, block, block. Don't want to deal with you. Don't want to deal with my sins. I don't want to be reminded of the mistakes that I've made. Block, block, block. Get out of my life. I don't want. Listen, anything to not deal with you so I can continue with what I gotta do. Get that pregnancy, get it out of here. Don't want to deal with anybody right now. He says he's reportedly said that he shoots blanks, so he has a low sperm count, when in fact that is not the case. But here we are, and he doesn't want to deal with these ladies. He loves bombs them when he's in a relationship. Then they get pregnant, don't want anything to do with you. Block, delete. Don't want to hear from you no more. Now you got to email me. Now you got to, because you're not changing my lifestyle at all. Let's continue.
What is this video? I can't believe like you're letting her go through all this. Like I experienced the same stuff with you, like something like that. Like she's getting mad at him for me.
Yeah.
And so he calls her actually And while she's talking to me on this Instagram, where like, this is what I'm experiencing, and I'm experiencing, this is what I'm experiencing, and she's talking about what she's experiencing. Abba calls her because of that email. And so he's trying to explain what's going on. And she tells him, like, I'm in contact with your ex and you're making her seem like she's crazy. And you're making her seem, you're allowing her to.
I get it. We're reminded because when I'm watching it right here, I don't see her lips moving, speaking back to the phone. It sounds like she's just holding.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, she recorded. So I had to end the phone call. So she recorded the phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's not on the phone right now. She recorded the phone. Yeah, and you can tell it's current because she's talking.
No, I get it. I just wanted to make it make sense. I hear Abba on the fucking phone. I mean, so.
Okay, yeah. So she's on the phone because she recorded it that morning.
So you're on a video call with her, and she's letting you hear the conversation she had with Abba.
She just had it. Yeah, she called me back and she's like, "You need to listen to our conversation."
All right, rewind it and play it again.
Hey, girl, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I'm talking to Abba and it really fucked me up, actually.
What happened?
My friend was saying it was like really gaslighting, wasn't it? It was so traumatized. But like she was really sad when I told her that we were talking in March. She was like, apparently you had told her that she was a whore for having Instagram in March. But we were having. You don't know that whole story. You don't know what that's about. So just don't bring that up. You don't know. January, March, you were still all the time talking to her. That's weird. If I don't want to talk to someone, I can talk to them anywhere. You don't even understand the whole context.
So remember, this call is happening around they're having their relationship around January, February 2026. Okay? This dossier of bad behavior is happening in real time right now. Mr. Accountability is being accounted for right before our very eyes. All these girls are calling him out for his bad behavior. Mute, block, delete. Don't deal with me. I don't want to deal with you. The only way I want to deal with you, okay, I'll be with you at first to help you through the pregnancy. But as soon as that pregnancy gets near a serious time, delete. I want an abortion. Get her out of my life so I don't have to change my life. That's the pattern of behavior we're dealing with Mr. Abba, Mr. Jafar. Yes, indeed. Daba Jafar, ladies and gentlemen.
But I just came on YouTube and the first video was like, what happened? And I recognized your face from his like phone gallery and him telling me that he had a really toxic ex. And I listened to the story and it's like, oh, you got an abortion and you were blocked. So I was like, oh, I also got an abortion and I was blocked. So how funny how that just seems to be a pattern. And yes. He doesn't want to apologize for that. Like he doesn't own up to anything. On my birthday, they loved her. Hey, I'm sorry, are you feeling the content either? And you said no. I remember it when we were talking. She said to me, "This is the first time I feel heard."
Yeah, so that's a clip.
It's hard to hear that towards the end it's all choppy, but you got it all clipped up. Like, where do you have the full conversation recorded?
I have the full conversation recorded, and she's gonna let me post that too.
Okay, all right. Well, make sure you send me the link so then I could. Once you post it, I'll just include it with this so everybody can peep the whole shit because it was kind of hard to hear.
No, honestly, towards the end of the audio, even on my side, because it's like audio over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like electronic over electronic. It was hard to pick up my computer. It was hard to pick up the audio. So
moral of the story, I was a piece of shit.
Yeah, so I find out that he is yelling at me saying I'm a cheater during this time when he literally was
had another girl pregnant or was dealing with a girl that he got pregnant at some point.
And yeah, so that was kind of hurtful to hear, but yeah, and again, the Instagram thing was just like my last straw of this constant treatment and this pattern. And I was like, I have to say something. He is, honestly, he's just not anything he betrays. And then I find out this girl he was totally sleeping with this girl and flying her out while he's calling me a whore for creating an Instagram. Yeah.
Because he thinks you're his girl.
Yeah, and it shows that he's very inconsistent.
No, he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He's a liar. He's a piece of shit. Right? Yeah, you're out here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So again, while he is accusing this lady, and shout out to Night Talk for getting this coup of a interview with Libby Kalina. Yeah, it's crazy that all the while he's calling this woman a whore, all this while that he is blocking, deleting this lady, all the while telling this woman to get an abortion because he doesn't want to deal with her at all at any time. In turn, he finds another woman, impregnates her, and goes through the same pattern of behavior with her as she did Libby. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, let's jump ahead.
Hit the fucking door with your head, put a fucking hole in that shit, then bring your mom in, she goes into the school. Oh my God, what did you do this time? Don't know what the fuck you did wrong. She's sitting there in her fucking principal's office. Your dumbass comes in. Yeah, mom! Fucking principal tells you to sit down, you sit there. Your mom's sitting there all disappointed, like, oh, fuck. Principal sits down. Miss Etienne, your son has been destroying the doors. Been very difficult. I've had to replace 7 doors this month alone. Afraid I'm going to have to charge you this time. Oh, my God, no. Yes, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's going to be, let me calculate this. $895. Ah! That went from $900 to $1,600 because your dumbass don't know how to go through a door, dummy. She punched in the air. Fuck. Your dumbass, you think you did something good? She mad as hell. You gotta work more hours because your dumbass destroying the doors. All right, sorry. Yo, I just enjoy it. It's just too funny to make fun of Preach, bro. That nigga's too easy to make fun of, bro. It's too easy to make fun of that nigga, bro. He retarded. He's really, really fucking retarded. Okay? So, okay. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with I wanted the kid the whole time. I want to have a family, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is that the girl didn't see any type of security with him, right? She was like, I don't know what's going on with him, whatever. Now, let me be clear about this. This girl is crazy. I've told y'all this before. I'm going to say it again. This girl's nuts, okay? She's absolutely nuts. Any girl that's like calling you all these times, being a weirdo, etc., you know, she's nuts. Now, with that said, though, we have to understand the type of person that Abba is. I told you guys what kind of guy he is. He's extremely petty, extremely feminine, extremely, just a very vindictive individual, right? He will do stupid shit and he gets general pleasure from making people that he doesn't like suffer, right? He's a weirdo ass nigga like that. So what ended up happening was she saw these feminine characteristics in him and didn't feel safe with him. I was like, you know what? What about us just co-parenting? I have the kid, but we co-parent. That's when he switched it up and said, oh, you know what? Nah, if that's the case, I don't want to be in the baby's life at all. Right? And if you guys don't believe me, there's a phone call she posted with this ninja, right? Which I'll show you guys real quick. And you guys are going to get a little bit of a insight into the type of ninja that Abba is. Right?
All right, so this is my 3rd video, and Abba...
Shout out to you, Radoff.
So you have to choose. What do you want to do? You'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to be part of that conversation. But I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
Bruh. This is your potential kid that we're talking about here. Like what?
So like you telling me all this stuff and like you yelling at me and saying these things like...
Yeah, I'm yelling at you because you blackmailed me. So I'm going to yell.
I didn't.
Because you keep...
blackmail you.
You keep harassing me, so yeah, I might yell because you're harassing me. I don't feel bad about that.
I needed my cousin to text you because there is a baby and you blocked him.
Yeah, whatever. You're harassing me. You have your friends trying to blackmail me. You're harassing me. You don't want to stop. So you're sending messages to the page. You're sending a business partner. You're doing all this goofy ass shit. So like,
and that's what made him mad the most. But just so you guys know, the thing that set him off was that she contacted Preach. That's what really set him off and pissed him off. Because for those of you guys that don't know, and I kind of caught on to this now, him and Preach aren't really friends like that. And Abba's doing all this weird shit in the background, and Preach had no idea. So imagine this nigga's running around talking about, I'm on the moral high ground, you know, I'm holier than thou, etc., criticizing motherfuckers for the same shit. He was on Fresh's head top for like over a year about the Daisy situation. Meanwhile, this nigga's going around getting a whole bunch of other bitches pregnant. And to top it off, he got a girl pregnant that looks like Sneeko. Okay? I call her Sneakita. That's her name. I call her Sneakita. Right?
Move forward.
That's the only time it fucking works, bruh.
You don't think?
Ask the Israelis about that one.
That I need to contact you.
I don't care. You can say justified, maybe leave it justified. I don't give a fuck. You're harassing me.
So, if my friends see...
Now, to be fair and to be charitable here, she made several different numbers, kept calling him, was annoying. One day she wants the baby, another day she doesn't want the baby. She doesn't know what she wants to do. This girl was also extremely indecisive and annoying as fuck, right? Like, let's be fair here. This is Abba dealing with her after the fact that she's been incredibly annoying, incredibly persistent with calling him, contacting Preach, messaging him on Instagram, whatever. But it's also important that you guys know, over the 5 months that they were talking to each other, this nigga blocked her 100 times, bruh. Yes, I did not stutter, chat. He blocked her 100 times in 4 months. Okay?
Crazy
and
work.
The first block came only 3 weeks after they met. Okay? So 3 weeks in, over the 5 months that they were together, he blocked her 100 times. Now, she's a crazy bitch for getting phone numbers to keep contacting this motherfucker, right? Don't get it twisted. She's crazy for still trying to contact this nigga when she got blocked 100 times. But he blocked her 100 times and he would also unblock her. Right? Which, again, I've told y'all what kind of guy Abba is. Abba's an extremely feminine, petty, bitch-ass nigga. That's why he made almost 100 videos on us. That's the type of guy this dude is. Right? It's no wonder he has titties, salsa dances in his fun time, and has a low sperm count. We wanted to dead this shit back in 2021. We apologized like, hey, bro, we're just gonna dead this shit. They made videos for 2 fucking years after the fact. That's when we finally responded to them in 2023. And we absolutely cooked them. We cooked them so hard that their fans had to mass report the video.
That you said you don't.
I don't care your explanation for why, okay?
And this bitch ass nigga's trying to sue the girls that are exposing him. Ace184, Abba the Milk Cow, She Belongs to the Streets, Hello Monkeys, K-Turn. Shout out to you guys for all the gift subs. Appreciate you, ninjas. And then Mutt Vials as well.
All right, here we go. All right, so what do you want to talk about?
I just don't think, like, why do you feel like you saying I'm going to do this all on my own isn't, like, that isn't, I just...
All right, anyways.
Now, also, I will say this. It is weird that she recorded this phone call. So, obviously, again, she's recording a phone call, so she's trying to act measured and calm here. Obviously, she was freaking out and spazzing out, being crazy, too. And what we're seeing right now is the real Abba. And then he later called her and recorded her phone call as well, which obviously, you know, he was trying to act calm and measured. It's just a whole fucking, you know, coat fest, right? It's let me go ahead and try to get one on her and get receipts and shit like that.
My answer about this topic. You're not getting any explanations out of me. So.
And then also another thing I want to tell you guys is that he called her a parasite, called the baby a parasite. He said he would never meet the kid, as you guys saw. And then I also find it interesting, where in their text message, right? He says, let me see if she has
Okay, guys. So
let me see if she has the receipts on the text messages, because he also says, which I showed you guys in my video before, he said that I don't need updates. I'm not your responsibility. And honestly, he just wanted to like kind of just leave her out there. Right now, again, for anybody else, we wouldn't care, right? But for a nigga that sits there and says, "Oh, I'm Mr. Accountable. Oh, you gotta, you know, be accountable to that." As you guys saw with the clip with Fresh, where he was over here saying all this bullshit, right? Matter of fact, these are the type of niggas that were the hypocrisy is absolutely fucking nuts, bro.
Okay, we're gonna leave it there, guys. Not much that could be grasped from here. Quite simply, I think Average is gonna go a little rant. Oh, wait. Okay, we're gonna fast forward a little further down, and then we're gonna get a little more commentary from baby mama number 2. This is key this is key right here between these two ladies. That we have that interaction between the two. As you know, they only came to know each other about a week ago, like literally a week ago. That I was seeing these two simultaneously, got both pregnant, and then he wanted abortions out of both of these ladies so that he can go back to his life of playing video games and dancing and shooting rampant videos. That's it. So let's continue.
Like she flew from the other side of the country, from California, from another country, on the other side. Because for those of you guys that don't know, Montreal's all the way on the east coast of Canada. She flew from the one side of the United States all the way to the other side of North America to meet your fucking dumb sodomite ass. And what are you doing? You there playing FIFA, nigga? Like what? Like what the fuck is going on, bruh? Like what? I don't know what Abba plays, but he looks like a nigga that plays FIFA. One of those fucking weirdos. Right? So yeah, of course she's gonna get pissed off and leave. And then he kicked her out after the fact. The Crip Podcast, shout out to you for five gifted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now here's the thing, right? Let's talk about the gooning real quick. Let's talk about this gooning shit. So I saw Stevie Knight posted this shit, right?
Video? Yes. She just showed me a masturbation.
Matter of fact, let's get off YouTube because I'm about to really cook this nigga. I got some receipts here as well, bro. We're about to end Abba's career, so I'm gonna take this off YouTube. We're gonna go to Kick. We're gonna go to Kick, guys. I'm gonna drop the Kick link for y'all because I really can't show you guys what I'm gonna show you guys and say what I want to say here on YouTube for obvious reasons. Okay. Now we're gonna really start like baking this nigga because I got some other receipts in here that we're about to fucking embarrass this guy. And honestly, Abba, I hope you learn from this. Never, ever, ever talk shit about us ever again. Big part of the
so
reason
let's
why
stop this right now. Okay, let me see if I can follow him on the Kick stream. This is done when? This was done yesterday. Like literally, well, actually, hold on. Let me make sure that this is actually yesterday.
Posted this shit, right?
So this was literally done as of 3 days ago. Okay, so that's 3 days ago. So let me see, because I really want to get that conversation between him. All right, this is the new Myron Gaines X here, so we're gonna move that out of the way. Yeah. So let me go here. Go home.
Them shouldn't do that. Not a good idea. You know, it's slop. It's not the best kind of
I've
content.
condemned it so many times, and they don't care. They're like, "Why are you defending Chud?
Okay.
Why are you defending Chud?" What?
Yeah, they're not defending.
Okay, so we're gonna leave it there for a second, and I want to. Okay, we're gonna expand the screen. Oh, that was there. It was already expanded. Right, and then we're going to. That's the chat here. Sorry, guys. We're just doing an Omaha here. We're doing a bit of an Omaha. Here we go. Oh, wow. Ben Shapiro's on the same thing? Okay, fair enough. Good job, guys. Or maybe they're reacting to the Ben Shapiro thing. Oh, let me see here. All right, here we go. I'm going to scroll down here. This is where a mouse comes in so freaking handy. Uh-huh. My bad, guys. Oh my gosh. Where the hell is the scroll from here? Okay. Where's the darn thing here? That's the only thing, is that they're live right now. So let me see if we are good on this front here.
This ABBA situation.
Okay, so this is fourth video, third video. Yeah, third video here. So we're going to kick now. And crazy work. Okay, so we're gonna leave that there, but I think you got the gist of the last interview here with regards to ABBA and his second girlfriend. So I think we got that going. So let's move on here regards to the third allegation, because I was about to get into it with that. So hold on a second. She says that no, we're good. We're good in this front. So the admin precinct getting more horrifying. Shout out to Poetic Flacco doing wonderful things YouTube streams. Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk live at IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, the road to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so he is, yes, he's going to. That's what I wanted right here. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so we heard from Night Talk. We just want to get a little more dialogue from the second lady. We finally have that here on the Poetic Flacco video. The Abin Priest allegations just got more horrifying. I wouldn't say horrifying. It just got a little more serious, ladies and gentlemen, because now he is a serial, well, how should I say, incubator. Or should I say, what is he? Turkey baster. There you go. How's that? Let's continue here. We're gonna go into the further on in the video and hear from, well, baby mama number 2. Let's continue.
He would get me pregnant, and he knew at this point he could get children, and then he would continue on and just get another person pregnant. Also, apparently not knowing he can get people pregnant. It sounded so familiar because I think a theme that has been running throughout our dynamic, I guess, from 2021 to 2026 is like he'll love to do like a therapy speech kind of text and then like block you.
Yeah, he always.
And I feel like I'm a really reasonable person. I've never been felt crazy like that. This really seems to be a pattern, and I do feel very sorry that you're getting hate comments. I don't know, his way of being with people is just very disconnected sometimes. I think there's just a genuine lack of empathy.
Oh yeah, sure. He blocks everybody all the time.
Well, this one, he's calling me now.
Can you or do you?
Okay, well, I also want to know what he has to say.
Well, you don't want to talk to him?
Well, I do. Let's be curious. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I was talking to Abba and it really f***ed me up, actually.
What happened? Can you cover your face if you don't?
Well, I have to.
Will you?
It's fine. I was just like really, it just really was like really taxing. I'm sorry.
What happened?
He told me, well, we were kind of on the phone for like 20 minutes. And then he told me, well, I know what you want to do. You want to join my ex. And I thought it was very disappointing of you.
It's kind of, the audio is kind of bad.
You didn't see her, all the fake abortions and all that stuff, but you don't know. And you getting involved in this, she recorded a call now, it's wasting my time now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm inconveniencing your time. You also inconvenienced my time.
Yeah, that's fine, but you getting involved with people in my life like this is weird.
My best advice to Abba, stop calling these girls, bro. Stop picking up that phone and calling these women to talk. You're only making it. They're committed to ruining your life. They are absolutely committed to making sure you lose all your fans and your subscribers. Stop picking up the phone. You're not about to convince them or cry your eyes out or like make them have sympathy and mercy on you. They have no mercy, right? They feel like slighted. They have spite. They feel like, for whatever reason, them not being with you, it should be your death sentence. I don't know. Stop calling these women, bro. This is looking terrible, homie. I don't know how you're gonna work through this, but y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you got?
All right, so yes, indeed, Poetic Flacco gives the update. Well, that's a better view of that interview with baby mama number 2. We don't have her name. However, finally, so we got 2 women pregnant, all within the 2025-2026 period. Both have had abortions. Both are not in relationships with Abba. Doesn't want to deal with them at all. Doesn't want him to change his lifestyle. So that's where we are with that. And a third lady, allegedly, comes to the fore. Yes, indeed. So we follow up with that with Chisa Zed's video. We haven't seen Chisa Zed in a little while here. Abba allegedly gets third woman pregnant. This is crazy. Yes, it is. Abba is doing his thing, and this is a long video, so we're gonna try and cut this to the quick here. A little shorter video. So let's just jump cut this here to the 14th minute. Let's continue.
Of recent, but it's serious. And she sent the multiple pregnancies, which for any man, to get this is a literal nightmare and a heart attack, right? And after sending the photos of the pregnancy tests, she says, I figured you need to see the tests. First pic with multiple are from this morning. Second pic from last night. And so these are test strips. It looks like right there. All right. So I'm assuming, I don't know what that is right there. Let's talk to Miss Coffee. I'm not sure what that is. Miss Coffee, what's that image on the top of the slide? So guys, I'm sorry, I should read this. The headline of this next slide reads, only 2 of my people knew I was pregnant. Okay, so she didn't tell a bunch of people. She just told 2 people. And I'm trying to figure out what this image is right there. While Miss Coffee is getting to that, he responded with this image here in this slide and says, could have been on your last day of your follicular stage, maybe. And so I guess they're trying to figure out her cycle so that they know when she got pregnant.
That image looks like a menstrual cycle tracking chart. It is not a pregnancy test. It looks like one of those cards or wheels that help someone track their cycle days, period days, fertile window, ovulation, and phases of the menstrual cycle. The follicular stage or follicular phase is a part of the cycle before ovulation. It starts around the first day of the period and leads up to the body releasing an egg. So in that slide, they seem to be talking about timing. They are trying to figure out where she was in her cycle, whether she ovulated earlier than expected, and whether sex happened around a fertile window. Basically, that image is being used to support the idea that the pregnancy could have happened because ovulation may have happened sooner than she expected.
Yeah. Word to the wise for men. A lot of men do not know this. I try to tell as many of my young nephews, especially, and nieces as I possibly can. Plan Bs don't stop pregnancies when a woman is ovulating. A lot of men don't know this, right? And they get used to pulling out and just playing that game. You're playing with fire. Some of them think, oh, I'm just going to go get her a plan B and it doesn't matter. And they're not thinking of the woman's cycle. But a plan B won't save you at that point, my boy. It will not. All right, so they're talking about her cycle timing and whether she might have been ovulating before she expected. So here Abba follows up with, so I was right. Oh, so he's looking at this like, oh, you probably were ovulating before expected. General information, FS for sure. Maybe that stands for. Which she responded with, so my follicular phase has to be like 1 to 2 days with the crying emojis. Now, guys, listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm an expert in women's cycles. I am curious to know what's the difference between, let's ask Ms. Coffee, what's the difference between follicular phase and a woman's ovulation? Now, what I do know is that the ovulation is when the egg is actually released. I'm not sure about the follicular phase, though.
The follicular phase is the lead-up stage.
Okay.
Ovulation is the actual moment the egg is released. So the follicular phase starts on the first day of a woman's period and continues while her body is preparing an egg. During this time, hormones are rising, follicles in the ovary are developing, and the body is getting ready for possible pregnancy. Ovulation is when one of those follicles releases an egg. That is the key fertility moment.
Okay, so this is when Abba allegedly responds, because you got that fertile poom poom. And, this is the point at which most men start to freak out, but maybe he's playing it cool and he's trying to lighten the mood, not trying to stress her out. At the bottom here, she had a subtitle for this slide that read, before the miscarriage. Okay, so this is before the miscarriage. Let's keep watching. Okay, so next here we have some text that read, first person who sent the text says, I was on YouTube and Abba popped up and I was like, that mother effer got my cousin pregnant. So she's sharing a screenshot here, not of a conversation she had with Abba, but a conversation she's having with her cousin, is what it looks like. And pregnant woman number 3 responds and says, LMAO, girl, I hope you ain't commented, with the crying emoji and the dead emoji. Based on how this is written, maybe she's black, right? Maybe not. We'll see. And the cousin responded back and says, no, I didn't. I didn't even think about commenting it because, you know. And she responded back and says, gotcha, LOL. And then the cousin says, say, yeah, I wouldn't do that to you, with the dead emoji. All right, so there's that. Okay, so here we have a screenshot. Okay, so if this is her arm, then if she is black, then she's lighter skinned. She's showing another hospital visit here. The caption of this photo reads below. It says, I went to urgent care twice, then the pains got worse, and I rushed to ER, where I waited about 4 hours to be seen. Didn't get home until around 8 or 9 p.m. 10 hours total. Okay, so this might have been when the miscarriage was completing or happening. All right, so she took a photo of this. Visually, I get it. We're in a hospital, but obviously we can't read anything on screen here other than a visual that she did actually go for her appointment. I can't tell you what any of this stuff here says. Maybe Ms. Coffee can. Ms. Coffee, can you read what's on screen there at all? On the slide with the headline, doing ultrasound. Maybe she might know what an actual ultrasound reading and the actual program may look like. Again, AI is highly impressive when it comes to some of this stuff.
I can read a little bit, but not enough to pull any medical conclusion from it. The screen appears to be an ultrasound machine setup page, not the actual ultrasound image. It looks like it says things like patient data, new patient information, and has fields for name, date of birth,
Okay, we're gonna jump
height.
ahead, guys.
This is good, because if you're gonna come out with an allegation like this from what we've seen so far, people want to see that stuff. Like, what do you have? Oh no! Oh, they caught your boy slipping down. Not the sneak photo shoot. They caught your boy slipping. Not only are they out here recording phone calls, gentlemen, hey, you've been warned, but you may get a sneak photo shoot as well. First visit to Montreal, my first Intel trip. Now, some people may say, well, how do you know he doesn't want to be in the photo? Does it look like he's posing for this photo? I'm not saying that she's necessarily right or wrong for doing this. I'm just saying that we as men need to be aware that this happens. Archie, I can't believe, shut up. Shut up. We need to know. They're out here videotaping. They're out here recording conversations. Think twice, gentlemen. Think twice. Think twice.
Indeed. Well said there by Chisha Zed at the coffee pot. Yeah, it's... Yeah, this is about the third time that Abba's been caught in conversation and clandestine video that he never knew about. And yeah, this is, I mean, all this is incriminating evidence. These girls are out. I don't know what it is, man. It's like, this guy can't catch a break out here. These women are recording everything. And, you know, again, these are unsolicited photos. These unsolicited chats. Although it's entertaining for us, you know, it is bad for for Abba being on the other end because he never knew about these things. So again, he could take this, you know, he could take this legally and have these conversations, you know, well, deleted, but he won't do that as of this point, and it's already out there. So you know, he doesn't want to have to deal with the extra cost of having to fight this legally. But you know, this is something that, you know, he cannot get away from. All these different filmings and all these different you know, different recordings of his voice, of his name, and him not knowing about it. It's very, very problematic for him. Let's continue.
Guys, think of the cost. It's a dirty game out here. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. And he's in a bonnet.
I'm such a tourist right now.
Okay, that one was probably consensual. I don't know if this one was.
What happens is that
I know someone's getting ready to type. It's AI.
Take it off.
Damn, she's like making sure. Oh, is that music? I don't know. Maybe I can't play the music there. She's like getting the tattoos, making sure that there's no mistaking. We used to chat on Discord and play, is the caption of this video. Next here is trips, and there she's showing the trips. March 30th, April 02. Let's see what else we have here. Next here we have, here's my upcoming itinerary with Air Canada. So I guess it looks like a message to ChatGPT from what it looks like. Okay, so this one reads 5-hour drive. So it says, I drove a total of 10 plus hours in a day just to get my first passport to be able to see him, which I paid for myself. So I'm assuming the reason why a lot of chicks are saying things like, I paid for this, I paid for that. I guess they don't want to be looked at as gold diggers, which is something that ABBA did claim that he wouldn't give them that label, or at least the first chick, Libby, I think her name is. Next slide here was some type of, looks like an Apple map or Google Maps. It says, I drove a total of 10 plus hours in a day just to get my first passport to be able to see him. All right, this next one has the exact same caption. She's just showing a different photo here. 3 hours left and 41 minutes. All right, photo of her from inside the plane, Air Canada. Arrival, so she took a screenshot of that. Got him again. Oh, shit. Watch out, fellas. Watch out.
Put that coffee down.
Put that coffee down. Another sneak photo shoot. Another sneak photo shoot.
We gotta feel sorry for ABBA here in that these girls are capturing him in matters of confidentiality. He didn't ask for these photos, didn't solicit these photos, didn't pose for these photos. He shouldn't be involved in these sort of things. So we got to feel bad for ABBA here. He never asked for these certain things. I mean, these girls are literally putting him out there in the public eye for no reason of his private domicile, his private abode, and he never okayed this. So again, this can be problematic. This is can this can be considered libel? Yeah, I potentially could see something like that, and he can sue upon this. But again, what's it worth? How much money does she really have? Let's continue.
These are the consequences that a lot of men face when men decide to step out and cheat. And I know, like, people have a hard time hearing me talk about cheating because they think I believe men deserve to cheat and that cheating is okay. No, that's not the stance I take. What I believe is that in most cases, when a man is truly regretful, a woman should consider working through that, because it doesn't mean what you think it means. This is not perpetual cheating. This is not somebody who keeps on committing the same act of cheating multiple times. People don't like that, right? That's why they don't like these spaces, because they hear controversial takes like that. I think people need to have conversations of, what if I cheat in a relationship? What would you do? Like, what is your line when it comes to infidelity? They don't like those talking points, but at least I'm honest, right? At least the chick who gets in a relationship with a man who may listen to someone like myself, and infidelity does tend to happen, they will most likely talk about that. And if the woman said, I'm not going to accept that, then they will know that that's the price, right? And if it does happen, they will know that there's a possibility of maybe working things through, depending. I know. But would you rather a man lie to you? Not all men cheat, but I do believe more women, if they knew that going into it, they would be more willing to be like, okay, I would forgive it if it happened like once. Or maybe twice, or once. Why do I talk about cheating? Because there are only two times when a man is in this situation, is when, number one, he's maybe a public figure or is very private, and he does not want to get snapped on in a photo like this. You see this a lot with the rappers who get caught up with like IG models. Or number two, they're cheating on their significant other, right? Those are the two types of situations. Oh, but men can take photos too. They typically don't, right? Men and women are different, right? This is all part of the RP, and why, if you accept it for what it is, it will save you. So yeah, this is what men risk, gentlemen. And we're all susceptible to this if we're not careful. And that's really the focus here, guys, is looking at this from a case study perspective overall. And I think my audience would rather that. Okay, so here it's showing the weather. She's showing that she was actually in Montreal. Okay, another sneak photo shoot right there. Mercy. Breakfast right there. Looks good. Canada International. So she's getting sent back. Okay, she's showing FaceTimes and phone calls. Call history and text is the caption. Okay,
Wow.
phone calls.
Wow.
All right, more phone calls and more.
Wow.
All right, so the caption of this photo reads, I thought he was having health issues and didn't want to burden him with dating, parentheses says before pregnancy. And so she's messaging Abba, it looks like here, and says, I don't want to affect you that way. Okay, maybe you need some time for yourself. Is there anything I can do to reduce your stress or help? She sends another text. I'm not disappointed, and we weren't a couple, so there's nothing you need to provide for me. And so she's trying to figure out how to get a hold of him, I guess, because he maybe isn't responding to the text messages. And so she's in the...
Yeah, here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that Abba's following a pattern of behavior. Once you get too close, once there's a pregnancy scare, then they want to back off. They want out of there. So again, Abba is it's definitely following a pattern of behavior, and where he just literally ghosts these ladies until the time of choosing where he chooses to answer them. And so we're dealing with that here again with this third alleged pregnancy. And it is, well, let's see how this turns out. Let's continue.
Middle of typing this, notice how this text hasn't been sent. It says, if you want distance or break things /contact off to focus on your priorities, that's perfectly fine. I will understand with the smiley face. I don't want you to struggle because of me. So it sounds like there was a conversation that was had prior of there being a struggle on Abba's end in some shape or fashion. I don't know exactly. Of course, no one knows what. Maybe it'll get revealed here later on. Next here, the caption of this slide reads, I already started detaching myself before finding out I was pregnant, since his communication had been iffy. So this is going back, right? She's showing the text message before she got pregnant. So I believe this is Abba, allegedly, here in the gray, saying good. And she responding and says, good. He says, hey, you okay? I think because of the short texting. She says, hi, I've been sleeping. Are you doing okay? He says, I'm checking in. I didn't hear from you. Normally you say good night. That's that GN. And she says, I do. Sorry, I fell asleep around 7 p.m. to get the day over with. Are you about to sleep? And he says, 1 second. On my way. I guess maybe on my way to sleep. And I guess the shortness and not saying good night, the short responses was of her detaching from the situationship, whatever it was. Okay, so next text here has the caption that says, most of our convo was goofy like this. I did receive an explicit video on IG that disappeared after viewing, but I'm not into sexting. Whoa. Okay, so I saw a video of somebody saying that, I guess, allegedly Abba would send videos of him doing stuff to himself. Take what you will with that. It sounds like the second girl that came out, not the first one, Libby, but the second girl that came out wasn't the only one that got a video like that. It was explicit. It wasn't that, but I'm assuming it was some type of sexual act.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the act that Chief Zed here is alluding to is the fapping videos that Abba would send his lovers just to spice up the mood a bit. And he was had a tendency to do that. Now again, certain certain women would see this in a good light, and some wouldn't. So we are, So again, it's another sort of predilection, another sort of anomaly of of Daba Jafar, in that he likes sending himself, pleasuring himself to other ladies, which is wild. But you can definitely put that on. You definitely can't put that on a Hallmark card. Let's continue.
And she says she wasn't really into sexting, and so she didn't save it. And even if she did save it, like why? I don't think any of us would want to see that. All right, so this next text conversation starts with her. We're going to start from here. It says, just stepped on the plane. He responds and says, gonna be us soon. And with that, he sends a photo of Charlie Kirk, with Drewski in white face of Charlie Kirk's wife, I think we'll call it, for lack of better description. And this was recent, right? So this also gives more validity to her claim with the laughing emoji. And then she says, stop. And he responded back with the crying emoji. And then she says, there's a lot of white people here. Okay. So that makes me think she's black as well. All right. This is way too long for me to read. Ms. Coffee, what about the long text message that begins with, I hope you see your doctor soon? What's that saying? Please read that for us. I'm too lazy. So I do think because it starts with, I hope you see your doctor soon, this pertains to whatever Abba was struggling with health-wise, which she was assuming it was. It doesn't sound like she knew exactly.
It says, I hope you see your doctor soon and get some help for your sleep. I'll be busy, and you'll be traveling as well, so that means I will be busier, and so will you. But I don't really expect much contact on your end, if there will be any at all while you're traveling. I'll respect your recovery and space at home, so if you want to reach out, you will. But I'm taking a step back from updating you on my days and things until you can figure out a reason or solution for the sleep issue. I don't want to be overbearing and make it worse for you. And then you become even more distant, and I end up feeling bad, because it's giving me the impression you don't really like me much. So to avoid that, I'm just taking a step back so you can have your space to resolve this. So just reach out if you'd like to talk. See you. Then she follows up and says, I hope that didn't come off as demanding or rude or adding pressure to you. I mean to just tell you to reach out to me when you feel more present, and I will give you space to do that and to protect my feelings. I don't want to make you feel bad about it, since it's not in your control. I really do hope this gets better for you so you don't feel like you're losing your head anymore. In plain English, she is saying she felt him pulling away, but she was trying to be understanding because he was claiming sleep issues, health issues, or emotional stress.
Yeah, she was trying to be the understanding girlfriend in this text and allowing him to deal with his medical issues on his own time. Let me move this thing here out the way. Bang, that's a little better. So with this long text message. So again, she's trying to be the understanding girlfriend here, although she did not realize that he had two other understanding girlfriends as well, and he sent them. He sent them. Well, he basically shut down any communications with them and basically not. And as soon as the abortion happened, so hey, what I mean, it's out the door. But this lady looks like she looks like a typical good girlfriend, giving him a space to solve his issues. But again, who's to say that down the road that they could have this girl could have the same reactions as as Ms. Selena. Yes, Libby Selena and the second pregnant girlfriend. Let's continue.
She's basically telling him, I care about you, but I also have to protect my own feelings because your distance is making me feel unwanted.
Yeah, Miss Coffee, real quick, I am curious to know, even playing with your mind much like that at all. From my own personal experience, I understand that mental health is real, right? And you can really downplay it if you've never experienced it, and a lot of people do that, right? I don't, but I also believe that too many people do jump to the medication very quickly. Guys, this is outside of like Abba's situation because I don't know what he's going through, but I'm taking this opportunity to speak on mental health in general as a topic. I think God can help in a
Okay, let's move on there.
I legit have zero capacity. Oh, so that's the message we saw earlier that was blocked off. I don't want to mess with your time. And then he talks about having to sort out his own stuff. And then that's when the message came. Got it. So the caption on the next slide here says, me again trying to reassure this man, which starts with her saying, hi, I just want to spill my thoughts all at once. Long / emotional / and heavy. Read when you're ready. She goes on to say, I know this is not the ideal situation you probably thought or planned for yourself. That's why I'm really apologetic. I can't imagine what it's like on your end. I can. And so it goes on to say some other stuff that she didn't want to include. He responded back and says, hey, this was a lot to read. Much of it sweet, some of it bitter, but I'm glad you said it all. I have thoughts, but I'll share them later. I just wanted you to know I saw it. Okay. All right, so we're at the end here. The caption of this next slide reads, he tried to blame my cousin for people doxing me. This is around the time the stalking started. So I guess she was getting stalked. So I'm assuming the message that was originally sent here was her complaining about like people stalking her, people doxing her, people trying to figure out who she is. And he responded with, "You told people." And then she says, "You sound so sure. Do you really think I would do that?" And then he says, "No, I don't think it's you, but I do think it's your cousin. Yes, because if it isn't you or me, it's either your cousin or you got hacked. Anyways, it is what it is." And then she responds with, "Why are you so adamant on it being her, right? Her cousin. She isn't like that. Someone could have made a guess because I had your video on my account originally and tagged you in the comments before. Someone has to have been stalking me and watching my reposts after pregnancy related topics. Neither I or my cousin would do dumb shit like that. Don't talk about my people that way." Oh. All right, so this seems like this is recent. He responds, "I would just get rid of the IG, to be honest. But up to you." She responds with, "I don't use social media like that. I scroll and repost things I can relate to or find funny. So I believe they were watching my reposts. So they know I'm already a mom." He says, "Maybe. It's impossible to know." So they're trying to figure out, how did people know that she was one of the women who he got pregnant? "All that matters is you take care of your health and mental. Number one, stop talking about this with everyone. Number two, leave the socials alone for a bit because you can't really control it. 3, take care of your mental. 4, most of the comments will be directed at me." Okay, I don't know what this is. Miss Coffee, could you tell me what the Lipstick Valley slide is all about? I can barely read this. It just looks really small.
That Lipstick Alley slide is basically showing the online backlash hitting her directly. Someone sent her a Lipstick Alley link with a messy title claiming that ABA and Preach spent years hyping up black women, while ABA allegedly had a white baby mama. Then the same person insults her and says getting pregnant after 2 months is crazy, calls her a deadbeat mother, and says child support is child support. But this slide is not really pregnancy evidence. It is more about her showing that strangers were finding her, messaging her, judging her parenting, and turning the situation into race, child support, and internet gossip. At the bottom, she defends herself. She says people were calling her a deadbeat parent, but she says she is the sole custodial parent and provider. She says she studies and works out of state to build her future and take care of her family. She also mentions helping a family member who survived breast cancer and trying to become guardian for her younger brothers because of abuse. So the point of this slide is, she is saying, you people do not know my life, my child, my family, or what I am carrying. But you are using this drama to degrade me anyway. It is less about proving Abe got her pregnant and more about showing the public shaming that came after the story spread.
Yeah, well, welcome to the internet, right? We get it. Looks like this is another link here. Okay. Allegedly, so word on the street is she's like 10 years younger than him. American and already has one child. So she looks like maybe this came from some type of forum, Reddit. And I'm hearing the kid is mostly being raised by other family members. Now it's looking like Abba might be baby daddy number 2. They only started dating like 2 to 3 months ago. Very quick, very sudden. Also, I'm not posting pics, but apparently her IG is already gone after someone dropped it in Discord. I saw her photos and she looks white trash. Is that an IG post? Did she post this on IG? Maybe that's how they found out. All right, so at the bottom here it says more people doxing, mother and child. Also, I'm not white. I'm biracial. Okay. So she is
biracial.
Black also. Black